Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Route 66. How's our audio?
Test.
I was gonna say, I learned last time, don't start saying anything too important until we are sure people can hear us.
It's good. I just listened.
It's good? All right, Alvin, you did it. Right on, man. Welcome to Route 66, everyone.
I didn't do anything.
You totally did it. Take the credit. Tonight we will be playing Pathfinder 1st Edition, and we are playing the adventure path Shattered Star, which is a collection of 6 linked adventures, taking us from levels 1 to 18, 17-ish. We're getting pretty close, though. We are in the 6th of the 6 adventures, but more about that soon. In the meantime, I would like... I suppose Ava can introduce herself.
Oh, will you really,
Never mind, Alvin.
mess with me? Okay. Have fun. I got boba.
Oh, okay.
Yes?
I can't flap you
What?
today, huh? Alvin, could you introduce yourself?
I'm Alvin, and I play
Hi,
as
Alvin.
Olak. Hello. I'm a half-orc war priest of Gorum, who solves his problems with a transforming sword. There's never really got an opportunity to transform it into other things.
With the exception of the time you turned it into a fucking battering ram.
Which worked! Oh, it's snowing outside. It's a lot of snow.
Good luck.
Give us some atmospheric trivia.
It's cold.
I mean, I'll take it. That works. How cold are we talking?
Really cold.
You got a number?
I'm not
in
gonna
there?
check the number. If I check the number, that'll give it purpose.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, we can't invalidate
gotta
or we
treat
can't
it-
validate the cold. I
You
suppose.
gotta treat it like a ghost. If you don't believe in it, you won't get you.
I don't think that's how that works.
Look, it's working out for me so far.
Fair enough.
34 degrees
La,
Fahrenheit.
la, 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 la.
Wait. And then, which is the same as 1 degree Celsius is when water is densest. You're welcome.
No.
Beautiful. Ava with the trivia. So I suppose that segues perfectly into Ashley. Would you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ashley. I play Sayoni. She blasts. I blast in all my games. It's pretty fun. When I'm not playing Sayoni, I'm making stuff and selling it online. Just recently, I pulled out a pretty nice load of pottery from the kiln. Those will be up on Etsy soon.
Hold up your mug.
I only have this mug. You can't really see the details, but it's not for sale. This is a keeper mug, so shut up.
Right?
Yeah, I have other stuff, nerdy stuff too, like dragons and shit, and tabletop stuff. So yeah,
Thank you
Pixelbud
very-
Studios on Etsy, Facebook, Instagram, and that's probably it. Twitter.
Twitter. There it is. Yep, Twitter. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ava, are you flapped yet?
What do you mean?
Do I need to keep trying?
I mean, oh my god, stop skipping me.
Okay,
Ah.
that's all I wanted. That's all I needed. All right, Ava, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ava. I play Faya, the iconic witch, and I really like cake.
Okay. Is that all you got?
I stream on Twitch at this name.
And how?
Are they cake-related streams?
I wish.
You know what they will be, though, is they will be tier streams. If anybody goes in there with like 200,000 of her channel points and throws that down on a Subnautica stream.
I'll make a kick out of my tears with that one.
You'll have enough. That's true.
I'll do it. I don't care.
What, the Subnautica or the cake?
I guess I gotta play Subnautica to get the tier cake.
Okay. Well, there you have it. That's how it'll happen. Thank you. Michael, let's do you next.
Hi, I'm Michael. I play Lurk Logan, also known as Jonathan, the Halfling Bard, and he's got a brand new wand case, which is pretty great. Very excited about that. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I play some D&D on the side myself that I don't stream, but it's a lot of fun. I don't stream things because social media is weird, creeps me out. But you should watch all these lovely people because they do some really rad stuff. So you should definitely check them out. And I have a little bit of atmospheric trivia for you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
My favorite kind of ice is ice number 7. Ice number 7 is a really special ice that you can only get in space, and you get it through shockwaves, and it forms a cubic crystal lattice, which is really, really cool. If you've never seen a picture of it, you should check it out. It's really rad.
Is it
Okay,
called
I'm
just
kind
like
of
ice number 7 and that's it?
It's called Ice 7.
Okay, because I just got a lot of 7s that are made out of ice, and I feel really cheated right now.
It's Roman numeral 7.
Yeah. And the other message I have for all the lovely people out there is inspired by another really awesome person. I looked around at the world and I remembered that all you MFers, you need Sarin Ray. So remember that this holiday season.
Just can't forget what the holiday's really about. Saren Ray.
Yeah, you motherfuckers needing Sarah, right?
Thank you. Perfect. Saraha, gonna tell us about Saren Ray?
Yes, you need her. That's it. I'm Saraha. I play Kyra, who does in fact need Saren Ray to use her powers. So there you go. I don't know what else I do. I'm sleepy today. It's been a weird, like, I don't know what day of the week it is type, like, I'm just need a nap, but I'm not tired. I don't know. Anyways.
That's Boxing Day.
That's a whole mood.
I don't even know what's happening. But, yeah. I exist on the internet on multiple platforms. Somewhere. Under some name. Which is very vague, and good luck figuring it out. It's super obvious.
It'll really surprise you when you find out.
So surprising.
You'll be like, oh, Saraha, you surprised me so much.
Wow, yeah, what could the name be?
Yep. Thank you. I suppose that makes it my turn. I'm Askell Archer. I am the game master for the game tonight. I will be playing the NPCs, bad guys, flora, fauna, a couple of bits of cogs and gears that may or may not be animate, some elementals, I don't know, maybe an aboleth for a little bit of spice. Aboleths are like the nutmeg of Pathfinder. You know, you sprinkle just a little bit in, and hopefully your players won't notice, but they'll sure appreciate it. I'm pretty sure all of those things are true. When I'm not running games on Route 6D6, I stream on Twitch as Askell Archer. And lately I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Unbound, and I'm going to keep doing that because I love it and people seem to enjoy it. That's all I got. Right. So, chat, let's talk about you. If you want to be involved in the game tonight, you can do so by spending your gold pieces, that is your channel points, to purchase Chat's Blessings, which our players can spend at a 1-to-1 ratio to give themselves +1 or -1 on any D20 roll. And boy, does it help things out. It can change the course of an encounter. It can make bullshit spells affect bullshit dragons that were not supposed to be beaten in 4 rounds, but were anyway because, you know, the party was sitting on a pile of 12 Chat's Blessings and they were burning a hole in their bottoms. It can do all sorts of things. It can save players from death. So definitely keep that in mind if you want to get involved. I would also like to mention, actually, Ava, why don't you tell them about what we got going on right now until next Sunday? Okay, she's gone.
Wait. I'm a visual learner, so I teach with visuals.
Okay. Allowing that. Proceed.
They need to learn about the giveaway, so therefore teaching. Okay, sir?
Okay.
By the way,
Yes,
we're doing
ma'am.
a giveaway about real-life books of one like this. Not this one exactly, because I licked it, therefore it's mine. But but you can get like for Pathfinder or 2nd edition Pathfinder or 5e of a book or campaign or monsters manuals or maybe even something guide to whatever
Or maybe
magics and
something
mayhems.
like this.
Actually, it does have to be Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder. Though Fate is a great game system. Just saying.
I was right.
Hmm.
But like, and then you get book art like this, and it's just so cool. Look at that, isn't that so cute?
Plus,
But
books
yeah.
smell nice.
Yeah, the word to enter is bean. It won't give you a confirmation, but trust me, your name is there. Saraha is a champion and keeping track with that because she loves you all.
She's in charge, so if you don't win, blame her.
It's true.
Exactly.
If anything at all goes wrong, it is 100% Saraha's fault. Now we know why she's not telling anyone where to find her on the internet.
But yeah, it's really cool. This one's a Lost Omens Ancestry Guide. And I plan to get more because gotta collect them all. They're better than Pokemon.
And not because you're just looking for that spider ancestry, right? Right.
Hee.
That one has
okay.
the birdie one.
To be fair, though,
Does it have the
I
big
actually,
one in here?
I think it has Tengu in it, doesn't it?
Which
Oh,
is the
hell
birdie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have to double check.
Actually, low key, I kind of want to get my hands on that book. So you're
It does have
actually ahead
Strix.
of
Don't
me.
bring Loki up, okay?
Oh, it does have Tengu and Strix.
Nice. Strix is a playable ancestry. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Actually, you probably heard it online. But that being said, the giveaway. How long will the giveaway be going? When
Until
is
next Sunday at break.
At the break next Sunday. Okay. Well, there you go. So all that time. Good luck. Also worth mentioning, subscribers have an extra opportunity to win.
Double your chances, would you say?
I would say it's about double your chances. Does that sound right, Ava?
Yeah, I didn't set it up. That's a Saraha question.
Once again, well, yeah, but you're like the speaker for this, so I was trying to.
Oh, then yes, absolutely.
There it is. That's
whatever
what we
lies I tell, Saraha has to make happen.
1 plus
Yeah,
1
like, if you don't
equals
win-
2.
You get like we can probably. Well, no, I won't do that. I don't want to put Saraha on the spot too much,
You
considering
get
what we're gonna do to
a
Kyra
V8
tonight
high
in the game.
five to the face.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't win.
Yep,
Just like
personally
that.
hand delivered to you. All right, so that being
I can
said,
do that. I can do that. If you
Yep.
pay for the flight, I will go and high five people in the face if they don't win.
who's gonna pay for all the V8 though?
The loser. The loser.
You don't get the V8. That's the part of the pun.
Oh.
You say coulda had a V8 and they go pop.
Right, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That's unfortunate. Okay, so that being said, without any further ado, let's get into things. Alvin, will you kindly do the thing?
Venus.
All right, so without no, I already said without any further ado. Shit. Quick, Michael, take it away.
With ado.
Or don't, possibly. Haha, haha, haha. So, yeah, hi. Last time we got together, there were shenanigans, great fun ones. This group has been adventuring for quite some time, trying to collect 7 pieces of the Shattered Star. Each shard associated with a particular Thessalonian vice. We have been far and wide seeking these things. We have bested many, many foes, the last of which was an ancient blue dragon in her ghoulish playmate, Larry. After delivering a 4-round smackdown, we came back to town, and then things started to slowly start to go sort of wrong. We all decided that we didn't really like how this was all going down. There was all kinds of terrible things happening at Serenraid's temple in Magnamar. There was a fight that almost was, but wasn't, but it was still really cool. And in our last session, we had just like a really weird kind of set of events. We had a poor Olak walking down an alley at night and got jumped by a bunch of the Red Mantis assassins for reasons unknown. Olak fought a vicious one-on-many duel with them, including an actual Red Mantis, if I remember correctly.
They didn't bring enough people.
Fiendish giant red mantis.
And Olak really showed his stuff. He remembered all the lessons he'd learned in the Magdamar fighting pits with the assistance of his life coach Lurk Logan. And he channeled all that and managed to come out victorious. And in other parts of the city, our resident witch, Thea, and our resident cleric, Kyra, went to check on some kiddos who turned out not to be kiddos at all, but really turned out to be horrible, horrible hags. Yeah, and they were chatting for a while, and then they had to fight them, and I guess we found out that there was some fighting going on, and well, they did most of the work. That's really true. Sione and Jonathan turned up a little late. One wet, one naked. I'll let you watch the video from last week to figure out which one is which.
Actually, they were both wet. Thanks.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
they
you know
were
that's
both
true.
wet. One air dried faster than the other. There was a horrible misuse of a wand case. The hags were vanquished, and that's about it.
Also seems worth mentioning that on top of the two hags, there was also an ancient Aslanti witch who was controlling the two hags.
There were
She
some
was
lovely
a
moments
She was human.
with Dodgy and Fea, and I gather that some deep interpersonal truths were learned that we're not all privy to. So shan't spoil it here, but maybe you could ask Miss Avari down there if you're curious about it.
Actually, on that note, we're going to pick up literally at that very instant. So, you guys stand in the ruins of an abandoned bathhouse in the shadow district of Magdamar, Underbridge. It's quiet, having the sounds of combat having finally faded. Do I have? I do. There it is. The corpse of the witch, it still lays where she fell, aged supernaturally to hundreds of years, like just dust and bones, all that's left. Dodgy, still floating 3 feet off the ground, slowly descends, landing gently on the stone floor. Many of you are covered in blood, or most of it probably not your own, to be honest. The static of recent arcane power still crackles in the air. Like every time you touch something or someone, there's a little shock just from all of the magic flying around very recently. 2 of you are still wet, and I believe had started to walk out, correct? You were stepping out?
No. Is there anything
Someone
left
had.
of the body?
Bones and the tattered remnants of her clothing, which I believe Lem was starting to harvest, for lack of a better term. I will say it is dry. It is not like even at your hand, at your touch, it starts to crumble and disintegrate a little bit. But it's like it aged 10,000 years in a moment. And Fea stands quiet at the back of the bath chamber, and sort of just her and Dodgy taking one another in. What do you do?
Gonna put Dodgy down because he's a fox to everybody else, and then probably to me now. Thank you.
No problem.
Just gonna...
Sayoni's like not looking at Lem.
Freya is exclusively looking at Lim. But why?
Well, Sione arrived unexpectedly. I was in the middle of the bath, and she seemed to think this was important and wanted to rush.
Oh, there's frozen hag upstairs.
I said you could grab your clothes before we went.
Important is important. Yeah, that's
frozen-
right. Don't make that face. You know I'm right.
Frozen
I
hag?
appreciate your priorities.
Okay, I take care.
Are you,
I'm just gonna
You
start
okay?
walking upstairs.
Faye? Oh, never mind.
Olak is not present. Kyra was Kyra the one who stepped out? Is that what I was remembering?
I
thought
didn't
someone
step
stepped
out.
Everybody's here. Quit trying to get rid of us.
No, not. I mean, like,
Yeah.
had just stepped outside of the building.
Oh,
Like,
No,
up the
I
steps,
think
I
I was
thought.
just standing there.
Maybe that's what it was.
Kyra, you're okay? Obviously, I got your message.
Yep.
I couldn't bring
Yep.
Olak. I have no idea where he is.
Hopefully he wasn't ambushed by hags, because that was a surprise.
Oh, should I send him a message?
Probably make sure he's okay.
Yeah. I'll send Olak a message with the wand.
What
That
do
I
you
just
say?
have wands loose now. Hold on, I have to get the right wand.
Do you need a case?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
I'll
this,
go.
I found it. It's this one.
Good. I'm gonna go check on Fea.
Okay. And my message is, Olak, are you okay? And where are you? Answer those 2 questions, please. Very specifically. That's it.
Olak, that's what you hear.
How far after the fight was this message?
I imagine only a few minutes. They were meant to line up kind of simultaneously.
Wait, what did you say? I'm fine.
I said,
Is
that all you say? Well, he's fine. Wherever that is.
Alright.
So
think I'm in midair still, right? Yes.
yes, you
teleporter.
had airwalked away from the burning warehouse and
No,
all
I
of the cries.
teleported straight up.
That's what
once
it was.
I saw an
Yes.
opening. And
And there's still like shouts, and they're making a bucket brigade. There's a few wizards who are turning up to cast water spells and put the fire out. In the meantime, though, Fea, you come out onto the dark, shadowy street. You can still see the frozen hag and the corpse of her sister. What do you do?
well. I don't have any fire spells. I'm gonna turn back and then just yell down the tunnel into the bathhouse. I need fire!
I'm right here. I have fire.
Oh, just Lem's head pops
Don't-
up.
Don't need to shout. Right here.
Oh. Can you burn that one?
I can burn that one. I will pull out my wand of scorching ray, and I will.
You don't have your equipment.
Oh, you're right. I don't. I will pull out my wand of nothingness, and I will. Oh. Well,
You could pee
we'll
on
get
him.
Sione, but are you okay?
I think so. I don't know yet.
I will
This
give.
isn't- This isn't over, so I want dead. And I point to the iced one.
Lem will look kind of like furtively around to see if there's anybody else nearby.
there's a there's you see some people skulking in the shadow, like a pair of folks. As soon as they see you looking, like they kind of back away. I mean, this is in Underbridge, so there's no danger of like any law enforcement or respectable folk being in the vicinity. For the most part, you're probably good.
I'm going to give Fea a quick hug. And then I'm going to shout for Sione.
Okay.
No need for shouting.
Okay, I think they're shouting for me, Kyra, so I'm gonna go see what they want.
I'm just gonna follow her, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
What?
The two of you send.
Ken Burn. I'm gonna point to the one that looks like all her blood vessels have burst.
Is she alive?
No. But I thought I killed her a while ago too, so.
I see.
And then she is, and I'll point to the one in the ice.
Alive?
But stuck.
I see. Can we move that body next to that body? Let's be efficient.
I'll just grab its arm and just drag it over.
Okay. Yep, you can do that. I mean,
disrespectful way possible.
it's a little too heavy to like. I mean, it's like it's solid, so you kind of drag it and it.
Oh no,
scrapes
I
across.
literally mean drag. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
not
know. I
lifting
gotcha.
anything.
You kind of drag it across the mud. A little snag of ice kind of breaks off in the ground as you move her next to her fallen sister.
Oh, I was gonna move the dead one. What are you talking about? That's so much more effort,
Move the
man.
heaviest one.
Well, I don't know. You were talking about the frozen one.
I was gonna move the dead one.
Okay, you moved the dead one. That's easy peasy
Yeah,
then.
I was about to be like, whoa, that's really heavy for a head.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, okay.
Step back like 10 feet.
Faye will step back exactly 23 feet.
I said 10 feet. Now you're going to die.
Dodgy takes a seat next to Fea.
Just kidding. It was a joke.
And
I cast.
I will ready a spell as well before she does something.
Oh, I'm putting them in the pit first. I cast Create Pit.
Okay.
And they go down.
The corpse and the ice plummet down the pit. You can hear a crack as the ice hits the bottom, but it doesn't shatter.
And then I
It takes a lot to break that ice.
I float up. And I cast. What kind of ice is it? Is it icy prison? Is it similar to that?
It's comparable, but thicker and.
Well, if I target her, does that include the ice, or does it hit the ice and not her?
Who's her?
The hag in the ice.
I see.
So the ice has 10 points of damage before it breaks, and everything goes back to normal.
Okay, there you go. And
Well,
ice takes double damage from fire.
And then I need to roll. That's when it's.
No, it says the ice has 20 hit points.
Oh, it does, yeah. I was thinking of, so they're staggered, so I was seeing how many. So they're staggered for a round.
Okay, so that will destroy the ice.
What,
And
falling
she
down
kind
the
of-
pit?
Actually, that's a good call. Roll damage for your falling down the pit.
Oh, it was 3d6, right?
Maximum 30 feet. So yeah, it'd be 3d6.
Not 2d6, 3d6.
But no, I don't think that would break. There's no way that can be. Yeah, doesn't break. Just damages. So-
and I'll...
She automatically fails to save against your next spell. Against Fireball. However, she takes no damage. The ice will take all of that.
That's what I was asking.
A second fireball could affect her, though. She is still staggered.
Okay.
So there's an explosion and just debris and smoke blasts up out of this pit in the ground. A moment later, Sione fires another one.
It's a hag. I'm fine with doing that.
and she is just consumed in flames. Doesn't even scream. Just a second fireball leaves a smoking corpse down the pit.
And it's all confined in the pit.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
I make sure the corpses are all burnt up.
They are. They're on fire. It'll take a while.
A whittle while?
Oh, little
It would take a
while.
whittle while.
It'll take a little while, but the bodies will be burning for a while.
I'm willing to wait.
Okay. All right. Well, better part of an hour passes before the corpses are burned to a point.
Oh,
you know,
I'm not
where-
going to wait that long. My pit isn't going to last that long, just FYI.
Okay. I mean, you can. They're dead either way.
You don't have
So-
enough spell slots to keep it continuously pitted.
I mean, I could keep making
I-
pits.
I think more importantly, we don't need to spend the time on this.
I don't think I need to do that, though.
You guys take care of the bodies. What do you want to do next?
Well,
I'm good with whatever.
Go
But
to
it looks like as
sleep.
if she didn't just cause an ancient hag or witch to reform.
I talked to
Oh.
Sheila.
Oh.
Wait. Before we do that, what was this? What's all this?
That was the kids. The kids at the church. They were not kids. I'm looking at Faya.
Oh,
They were never kids.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
And the one downstairs was Aslanti witch. Ancient. Not good.
And
tattoos
what
make
does-
sense then.
What does that have to do with you?
Oh, okay. Apparently my bloodline is prestigious. I'll look at Dodgy
Uh-huh.
for confirmation.
That
He
you're related to
is
the
in
fox?
he is in peak normal fox mode right now. He's
What
just
does
playing
he
it cool.
nod?
Is
No.
he licking his butthole?
No, he's being as small and cute and unnoticeable as he can.
You said
related
this hag
To-
didn't die before. Was this from these hags from your past? Is that, or are they related?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I thought she was related to the fox.
No, I didn't mean like related, physically.
So I need to look up history. Where's Ola?
I don't know,
What
but
does
he's
he do?
fine.
Don't know, but he's fine. Okay.
Right.
That's
no
all
more
he
answers.
told me.
Got it.
Can't shift anything over towards his attention. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking for my notebook. So we. Are you hungry?
No, I'm
I'm
curious.
hungry.
I still don't understand. Does anybody
Okay.
who uses more words than Faya can explain this to me?
Okay, so big bag had body. I put head and bag. It connect like magnet, and then ancient witch. Ta-da!
He's asking how it all relates to you, I think.
I will look at Dodgy.
So
He's
what
licking
does
his
the
armpit.
fox say?
He knows.
Will he say?
No.
Yes, I'm hungry.
So
You're just gonna go to a diner, buck ass naked.
maybe we should go back to the inn where Lem was. I did talk to Sheila before I came here.
Oh,
She stopped by to apologize. Sorry, I don't quite remember everything. I was drinking a lot. I'm a little tipsy still. Didn't expect all of this. Let's go back to the inn. We talk more there.
Oh, it's a different inn, by the way, just in case you're wondering.
I will put my cloak around Lem so he doesn't get in trouble.
Okay.
No worries, Faye. I'm putting him right back where I found him.
Does that mean you're teleporting?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys join hands, and with a flash of arcane light, Sione teleports all of you back to, what did we say that inn was called, Lem?
The rusty
dragon.
Rusted.
It's not dragon.
Rusted.
Gargoyle.
Gargoyle. That was it. The rusted
Rusty
gargoyle.
dragon is another one.
Well,
Okay,
well
whatever.
remembered.
It's in a different town.
You guys are able to settle in. So in a less specific, more generic sense, what are you guys doing for the rest of the night?
How far are they from the place that burnt down?
So they are in Dockway. The burning warehouse is in Beacon Point.
Is this Beacon Point?
Beacon Point is... This district is Beacon Point.
Oh, and they're over here?
Over here. They are where the giant arrow that was drawn on this map is pointing.
Oh, so they're not that far.
They're not that far.
Mhm.
Though Olak does not know that they're in that. He has never been to this inn. The inn he saw Lem in was a different one.
Look, buddy, I tried to find out where you are. You didn't give me any information.
Yeah, you snooze, you lose.
So...
I will reiterate what Sheila said.
Okay,
What
what
whatever
you're
that
saying
was.
is you would like to discuss, so you want to meet up with everybody, have a conversation about this.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. And Olak, what are you doing then?
Okay, well, Olag doesn't know where they are, so he only has really one helpful spell to help find people. So... Olag's
Locate creature?
casting Helping Hand.
Oh no. Not again.
So...
A ghostly orc hand manifests in the air in front of Olak.
He's thinking of Feya. White-haired witch travels with a fox. Smells of formaldehyde in dead body parts. Probably has limbs sticking out in the corner or something.
Okay. The
Not as
hand
many.
streaks off through the night away from you, searching for Feya.
Olag's still kind of like up in the air watching the fire burn down.
Okay.
But slowly making his way down.
Okay. So in the meantime, then, let me cut over to... So, Sione, you've got everyone together. We'll assume Lem is
mostly.
safely... Almost everyone together. Lem is safely dressed. You've got everyone but Olak. If you want, you can relay to them what you learned.
I do.
Go ahead.
Uh,
Considering none of them were present, this is a conversation I want to give people the opportunity to participate in.
so
Because there's...
Sheila does agree with our plan. She just would like to have the council involved in it, which I am fine with.
Nothing.
So, I mean, that's very dumbed down. She, I think, just got caught up in the politics of things, which I get after staying in one place so long. But we don't have a date or time set. I imagine she'll get back with us on that.
Just a reminder that she had told you to tell her when you were ready.
Oh, scratch that. We should tell her when we're ready. Look, it was so long ago.
Yes,
And I was
one
I was
week.
drinking. Yeah, God, years ago.
I still feel like we shouldn't announce it to everyone, at least.
Right. So we will have the ceremony, or we won't do the celebration will be separate. At least if the council can agree, which I think they will. The only one who might not is the mayor, and I don't really give a shit what he thinks. So.
Well, what if Holdmere decides to do his own thing and tell everybody anyway?
He can't.
Sure he can.
Just because he's the mayor doesn't mean...
He has lips, he can move them.
It doesn't mean we have to listen.
No, what if he tells everyone else?
They don't have to listen either.
What if he tells everybody when we're doing this? That's what I'm saying, like the public, the city.
I see.
We don't want them to know when we're doing it.
Right, but I think, he's part of the council. If the rest of the council agrees, I feel like he's going to have a hard time going against them all.
Oh, you haven't met this man before. He will do whatever suits his own purposes, make no mistake.
Well, I feel like going against the council would be
I think
a very bad move for him, but maybe he
I'll
can
do whatever.
conveniently get the wrong time at the meeting, and oops, he's not there.
As you will.
That's the best option I have right now. I really don't want to. I don't want to screw over the Pathfinder Society.
Okay, let's find a time to meet with them and decide when we're doing this.
When do you guys want to?
I see no
I'm
reason
not
to
going.
delay.
Is there anything else anyone needs to do in Magnamar?
I'll just be here.
Lem?
No, this is Pathfinder business and not mine.
You need to be there when we put it together.
I'll be there for that.
Well, you have one of the shards, so I hope so. But that's not what I was going to bring up. How have you been doing?
Who?
You.
Fine. How are you?
I'd like to make an insight check. Never mind, I won't bother. I'll just use my own brain. I don't think you're fine.
I have told you, I think that the way that everything is happening is a bad idea and it worries me. And that's all.
Don't mean out of things related to the shard. How are you personally?
I'm fine.
Do you want any help dealing with any family issues?
No.
Because we could help you.
No, I do not.
I'll look at Kyra. Some of us were just worried about you.
I'm fine. You have bigger things to worry about right now. I suggest you worry about them.
It's pretty much taken care of. In the meantime, I'm worried about you all. Olak included.
At that point, a spectral hand flutters in just through the door. The door is shut. It just passes through the door. It's an unmistakably orcish hand.
Grab my wand.
It flies right over the table, points at Fea,
Only Fea can
and is
see.
like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Then I
only
don't react
Fea,
at
you
all.
see, it's,
Okay,
and it starts to move toward the door.
last time Fea followed something unannounced.
Yes?
Do I follow? Okay.
The rest of you looking at. She's like when a cat sees something that
What?
nobody else can see. She's just looking at something that's slowly drifting toward the door.
Are you okay?
There's Orcan that summoned me.
What?
Orcan.
What? An orc hand?
Yeah, then Vase is gonna walk out the door following it.
Okay, yeah. The hand stays about 10 feet ahead of you every now and again, like
Okay.
giving you like a wait so that traffic can go by, and then
Okay, I'm gonna go with Freya. I don't think she should be alone.
It doesn't learn.
I'm gonna follow.
Dodgy's gonna let out a little sigh, and I feel like go with Fea accidentally. Like she doesn't learn. And
I forgot to account for something. How windy is it here?
it's not super windy tonight, fortunately.
Yeah, Olak's gonna try to go down as quickly as he can, Dad.
Okay, that's funny because I was going to say there is a point when before that occurs to Olak, the hand starts to drift upward and like points at Fea and is like starts to float upward, and then it sort of and drifts back down to the street level. No telling what that was all about. Where are you going to wait for Fea, Olak?
Olak is gonna make his way back to Hyde March Manor.
Okay. So based on how this timing is lining up, like it doesn't just take Fea straight to Hyde March Manor, because Olak, when he cast it, was not there yet. So it starts out like taking her generally like this way, and then around a little bit, around the park, and then like over here, and then down here, and then like this way, back to the main road.
Jesus.
And by this point, Olak is at Hyde March Manor, and then it just gives a straight shot to Hyde March Manor. Which is...
I think Sayoni would have put two and two together by now.
You can do a spellcraft check if you want.
Well, it's like,
yeah.
where the hell is everyone?
Either Fea or Sione, though Sione, the DC is going to be higher for you. Okay, Sione, you don't actually recognize what's going on here because you can't see it.
fair
I am
enough.
going to attempt as well, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I will say, Sione, you've got the idea that Fea is following some kind of a magical beacon, but the details.
That's why I'm keeping an eye on her.
Fea, you actually do know this as the Helping Hand spell. You are familiar with the spell. Which makes sense. Olak cast it once before, so you probably learned exactly who invented the spell, how it was created, how to cast it, etc.
I wasn't sure if I was there for that. That's why I didn't want to metagame it.
Okay. I mean, so this establishes you are familiar with the spell.
Okay.
And did everyone go with Fea? I assume Lem stayed behind, yes?
Yeah.
Kyra?
I stayed behind.
Okay. So Sione and Fea and Dodgy, you are eventually brought to Hyde March Manor. And Fea, of course. No, I already said Fea, didn't I? That was
I don't know.
Weird.
And Fea.
And Fea, yep.
Yep.
Yep. So, as you come into the grounds, the hand leads you back toward Olak's quarters.
I'm just following Freya.
Olak.
Ah! I found you. It worked.
I think we found you, Olak.
Well, you guys weren't
There
here,
was-
so clearly I found you guys.
Well, where were you?
I was not burning down a warehouse.
Well, that's good. I asked where you were, and you didn't tell me.
I was... well... I was in the warehouse. It burned down around me. I did not set it on fire.
Olak, I didn't ask anything about the warehouse. I don't need to know.
Okay, good. I don't want to be part of another lemon deuce.
Why did...
This is gonna steal the fun out of community service again.
No, I think it's best we don't ask questions.
I
Excellent.
think it's better we do. What? Why house burn fire down? What?
Oh, there were these red mantis people that went after me for some odd reason.
Do I know what those are?
You can make a knowledge.
Olaf's gonna
History?
transform
Local?
his sword into like the sawtooth.
So you had Red
You've heard
Mantis
of them.
assassin after you.
Sione, your knowledge of them is from Curse of the Crimson Throne. Like, you've heard about them being in Corvosa and their involvement in that. They're supposed to be some super deadly group of assassins.
Why are assassins after you?
I
How
don't
many?
know. 3 and then big giant mantis. They weren't that great.
A giant mantis?
Oh, you should not be alone no more.
Why?
I agree.
Sione, they memorize you and then they cut off your head.
Wait, but then if you guys follow me, they're not gonna jump me again.
That's good.
They'll just cut off our heads too, or try. It's okay. I used to them. Not so bad.
Can I
Can
check
I
if his
borrow a wand?
her head like pops off?
I mean, you can,
Oh.
sure, like, just. That seems attached. Olak's, like, kind of forefinger pushing on the neck, like a really handsy doctor.
Do you have wand? Sending?
Yes?
Can I borrow?
We're going through these charges awful fast. She'll give you the one.
I'll give you 20 gold.
20 gold does not cover it.
A charge? Faye doesn't know how much the wand costs. She's just thinking she's helping.
What do you do with it?
Well, I'm gonna message Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
In a bar?
Cinnabar! I was so close. Hello, Ifea. Long time. How you? That's it.
There's no reply.
Does it feel like it went through?
You're not really sure.
Oh, this bad.
What happens?
I got no reply.
Oh. Well, that means a few things. Usually you can tell if they're dead.
No.
It will fail.
That's only when you cast it.
What?
Coming from a wand, that shouldn't necessarily be
Oh.
clear,
Dare you?
I believe.
There is a 5% chance it might not arrive, so there's that.
I didn't see the DM roll any dice.
Do you need to send message to someone else?
No. No. It's okay.
I'll just take that back, thank you.
Okay. Olak, you should come to inn.
Yes, Lem is staying at a new inn, so we need to go back and discuss things.
But I was just out there, fine.
No, a different inn.
Okay. So you guys are making your way to the inn. It's nothing to note. I mean, you make your way
What
through
a pain in the ass.
the night streets of Magnamar. There are the odd watch patrols, especially on the summit. As you make your way down to the shore into Dockway, there's a lot more busy activity going on the streets. There's a few like night game, or there's games being played like on the odd street corner here and there. A Verizian who's offering to do harrow readings. Almost like there's a miniature carnival going on in the marketplace. You make your way past all of this to the inn, which is in a quieter part of Dockway.
Ooh, on the way there, Olaf's gonna ask more about these mantis.
Ava?
You gonna ask what exactly? I missed the word.
More about the red mantis. Can I get
Oh.
more of them? That was fun.
They're assassins.
Did they turn to dust?
They turned to goop?
Yeah, so Sione, Red Mantis assassin, they cast spell, which if you kill them, it's like self-destruct button. So you can't learn anything.
I see.
They're very expensive to hire.
Olak, can you think of anyone who wants to kill you
None
that
that
would
are
be
still
willing-
alive.
and be willing to... Olak, when you and Lem went to the fighting ring, yes, I know you went there. Did you happen to piss anybody off when you were there?
Probably whoever lost money.
Who lost money?
Whoever bet against me.
You know anybody who did?
Mm.
Okay.
I
that
think
was
it'd be
not-
whoever bet on you because you lost.
Oh yeah, we saw him lose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who bet on you, Olak? Do you know? It wasn't that long ago, Olak.
Remember, Sione, he no ask question, he just swing sword. Or he get calm emotion.
Like, did you talk to anybody there? Like, who set you up there? Did Lem do that?
No, all I remember is that ogre. He was like that. Let go with him.
That's the one we saw, right, Silly?
You saw the ogre fight, yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones you saw.
He didn't seem particularly mad about... Didn't he
No.
lose?
But he's the only one important in there. Everyone else.
Okay.
Look,
Maybe Lem knows someone. What?
either eventually they're rich enough to send more people to try and kill me, or B, they run out of money that they're no longer able to send enough people to kill me.
Okay,
Either
well,
way, I win.
we're going to be with you, and I don't want to deal with assassins. Hey, look, we're here at the inn.
There's the inn. You guys can go in. As you step inside, you can hear the clamor of activity.
Oh, Locke, why don't you tell Lem what happened to you?
Lem, for some odd reason, Sione's chastising me for something
Are you back?
fun.
Are we back?
And she's giving me a lecture on how to handle assassins. She's not the one being assassinated.
This is literally how he approaches you,
Oh, okay. All right.
saying these things.
So, welcome from the awkward silence with Kyra, I guess.
I was assuming you guys. I didn't realize. Did you want? Was there something you two wanted to do?
I don't think anything Kyra can say to Lem is going to change how he's acting now. So she's going to pull out her Tome of Understanding and try to start reading that.
Okay.
I would just like to ask Kyra a question.
Okay.
So, maybe a good bit after Sione leaves, and we'll dress, of course, and come find Kyra reading.
With a drink.
It's kind of a nice common room. There is a little bar. There's not a whole lot of people who come in here, so it's sort of, I don't want to call it peaceful, but more peaceful than anywhere else you've seen in Dockway.
That's good.
Mind if I ask you a question about Saren Ray?
Sure. Of course. Go for it.
What does she say about the end of it all?
Let me just Google that real quick. And by Google, I mean rack my brain.
Got to ponder on it. Though I will spare you some pondering, having
Thank
pondered that
you.
myself last time when he was searching. Google don't know squat.
Okay.
So make that shit up.
Oh, I like it. What do you think she would say?
Well, obviously as I have not experienced the end of it all, but what do you mean? Just individual lives? Like what happens to us? Or do you mean end
No,
of the
like-
world?
Yeah, the end, the big one. The final act. The last hurrah.
I don't really know that. I don't know. I can ask if you'd like to know. But I think it's more important that we focus on giving those the chance to be better, to live honestly, and well, I suppose if that's what you believe, to follow Sarenrae's teachings. That way, if there is an end, which is likely, I don't know, you'll be greeted with her light, you know?
And we'll fiddle with something under his tunic.
Why are you worried about the end of it all?
What do you think it means if it all just ends no matter what? Like, what is the point of doing anything if it all ends and there's nothing?
Oh, if there was no point, we all wouldn't be here, right?
Mic feedback
You're
off.
the cleric.
Mic off.
I'm a cleric. I think maybe if there is nothing, maybe it just all ends. But why would you not take the time that you have here and spend it with those that you care about and try to do the best for yourself and those around you? I don't think that just because you are here it's gonna end one day means that everything that exists now is meaningless. It just means that you find meaning in those you spend time with, and you find meaning in the things that you do. And if you don't like what you're doing and it all ends one day in nothingness, then you can change what you're doing, because there's not a huge consequence to it, if that's what you believe. Does that make sense? It's a little convoluted.
Yeah. I'll chew on that a bit. Thanks.
Sure.
At about this point, the door opens. Olak, Sione, and Fea step into the common room,
Mic
and Olak
feedback on. Mic on.
is already talking to Lem as he stomps over there, repeating his saying what he had said earlier.
Yeah, Sion is just chastising me on how to be assassinated. She's not the one being attacked. It's like she's the one that wants to be assassinated at this point. I bet she's just angry that she didn't get to burn down a warehouse. Which
So you
I
all had a
told
good
her
walk,
not
did
to.
you?
You know, I'm right here.
I know, that's why I was saying it. I wasn't gonna say it behind your back.
What is this group's objection to complete sentences? I really don't understand.
Olak was, he had an assassination attempt on him by
Who'd
Red
you try to kill?
Mantis. By Red Mantis assassins. They tried to kill him.
It wasn't even
Oh.
a try.
Well, he looks fine. Olak, are you fine?
Oh, I had fun. It was barely even a warm-up.
What's
Now-
wrong with that?
Lem,
They could
do
have
you
searched more.
know of anybody who would want to kill Olok via assassin?
Why would I know something like that?
Because you were both at the fighting ring together.
What does that have to do with anything? We've been literally stealing powerful artifacts from like horrible people. Why don't you blame them? Why has it got to be me?
I didn't say you sent the assassins. Why are you so defensive?
Why are you so you?
That's
No,
just the
why?
way I am.
I'm pretty sure.
You're not my mom.
I'm pretty sure. You're
What
actually.
if I
You're,
was your mother?
Sione,
know
it's
what I tell
probably you that has a hit on them, and they describe me as you.
That doesn't make any sense.
I believe you, Olok. That does make sense.
I mean, you're already known as Miriziel.
Red Mantis
Serious.
don't miss
How many buildings have you burned
target.
down?
Would burn down any buildings.
Fucking like this story.
My fire is very controlled, Lem. It's just very big and powerful. This isn't about me. Olok was almost assassinated.
Olok, were you almost assassinated? You said it was barely a warm-up.
Actually, I'm gonna check. I don't think I even got hit.
I'm pretty sure you did get hit.
Oh yeah.
I remember looking at your
You
health
were like
bar.
you were like half down.
Oh yeah, the mantis hugged me.
Mm-hmm.
But then other than that, no wait, no, one of them. I think
You
poked
were
me with their
grappled, and then
sword.
they got a critical hit on you with sneak attack.
So it could have been pretty bad. I'm glad it wasn't.
They were nowhere close.
Well, I
Well-
assume you don't know of anybody, Lem.
I mean, I can think of like probably like hundreds of people at this point.
Wait,
Name
how many
one.
people we
Name
pissed
name
off?
one, Lem. Name one person.
did you set a hit
Um,
on me?
Okay. How about that creepy Larry guy that we left behind? I bet he's pretty mad.
Do you think he's capable of hiring Red Mantis assassins where he is?
He hangs out in a place with no air. How do I know what he can and can't do?
Wait, you have a lot of gold. What did you do with your gold?
Maybe I hired someone to kill.
You should hire more.
Noted for next time.
Wait, how
Good to
much
see you,
is it
buddy.
to hire these Red Mantis anyway?
I don't know. Ask Fia.
Wait, what? I was
Are they expensive?
yes. Could I get an estimate of how expensive they'd be by some kind of knowledge check?
You can make a knowledge local check.
At least 2 gold.
A 19.
You're not sure, but you know that they are. You could hire the entire Night Scale Guild for cheaper than one Red Mantis assassin.
Okay, now what is the Night Scale Guild?
That's the Assassins Guild in Magnamar. Night Scale Assassins.
Okay.
Oh, you could hire entire guild for one assassin.
Okay, Lem, how about this? Who do you
I
know?
gave all my gold to Kyra. It wasn't me.
I don't think it was you. Nobody here really thinks that. Olok?
You're the one going around accusing people.
I didn't accuse anybody. Now, Lem,
Was it Chuni?
Who?
Chuni. The church
Who's that?
dude.
I bet it was.
Why would he do that? You all need some sleep.
I agree. Let's just come at this tomorrow.
This conversation is ridiculous.
I agree.
Was Lem still naked? With my
No.
cloak?
Oh, he got dressed.
Damn. I will take my cloak back.
I will. Let's decide this tonight. When do we want the shard to be assembled?
Tomorrow.
Well, did she say anything? Okay, I'm trying to remember. Did she say anything about when the council was all ready to meet, or can they just meet at any time?
She just told me to let her know when. Maybe a little bit more notice than tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Day and a half.
That's enough time for me to finish reading a book.
Day after tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm just going to note through empathic connections that you get double. Sione and Fea both get a sense of surprise from your respective familiars when Olak mentions reading a book.
I have 2 books. Look, they have
What book?
pictures.
Are they pornographic?
They're mostly
No.
bodybuilding, like
Oh.
diagrams and such. Okay,
It's a picture book.
so
Basically.
for the sake of keeping things moving, you
I will
guys. Yes.
I will let Sheila know the day after tomorrow. I'll let her know right away.
Okay. What you'll find out in that is that in that case, she wants you and all of the others to come to the manor in the evening. So the evening you're telling her. So that would be tomorrow evening. Okay, actually, let's do it this way. Fast forward, it's morning. Sione reaches out to Sheila. After some brief discussions, Sheila is going to let you know she'll assemble the council tonight to meet everyone.
Okay.
And then tomorrow night, you can do the reforging, and the following afternoon will be the festival.
Okay. That sounds like a plan to me.
So you have this day. Let's move it in. Is there anything you guys want to do today in Magnamar?
Has it been a week since we bought things?
No.
Almost.
Then no.
No, it's been 3 days.
I will just be at the Church of Sarenrae. I think I'm gonna divide up my time just like meditating, helping out there, and reading this Tome of Understanding to increase my wisdom.
Okay.
I kept
Yep, you can
forgetting
do that.
I need someone to help me find a bag of holding.
I will help you.
Let's find out if it's here this week.
I'm gonna pay a visit to someone.
Oh,
It is.
Ooh. Which
That's actually 1. That's not 100. 000 is 100.
how
Oh.
long did we say it takes to get from here to Windsong Abbey?
3 days, I think.
Unless you can teleport.
Okay. Well, I don't think Zadim can teleport, but I don't know. So.
What kind of bag of holding were you looking for? You specify which one you're looking for. Not if it was available, it would be on the list that I've already given you.
I don't think it's on the list.
Okay.
2 or 3?
So then you're looking which one? You got to give me one.
3.
3 is available,
How much is that?
and it is 7,400 gold.
Sold.
Need gold? Oh, okay, he's good.
7,400.
Okay.
Ira, did you need a lift somewhere?
No, I was just thinking of sending Ardathanatis a message in a few days, or scrying on him to see, or Zadim to see what ended up happening.
Why don't you just teleport there?
Well, I don't know how to teleport, so
I can take you there.
I don't know if that's...
I'd rather use my spell slots than this wand.
Well, I can prepare sending, but... and scrying, but...
Whatever you want to do. If you need me, let me know.
Okay.
There is something. I just realized something I forgot. Fea, you are going to be. Actually, hang on. Before I say that, I assume it sounded like you two were done. I apologize. Were you two? Was that it for you two, or was there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have enough time to go to Windsong and be back before we do the shard thing, so...
Not without teleportation.
Right. And I don't know if going there is going to make things worse, so... I'm done for now. Yeah.
Okay. Faya, while you are in your laboratory doing whatever it is that you do,
Making my clone.
working
Maybe.
on, setting up a clone.
I'll be setting up a second clone as well.
A second clone.
Yep.
Interesting. Also
My own.
slightly alarming. Yep. I got that. While you are doing this, you hear from beside you, Faya-san.
Daji-san?
I believe we should speak.
Okay, 1 second, and I just finished carving out my flesh.
Okay. I like to think that Faya does it very surgically,
yeah.
And the pain is excruciating. But I also imagine Faya, being a scientist, probably has all sorts of chemicals she can put in her body to numb the area to make it perfectly comfortable.
You didn't give that to me, you bitch.
I didn't have it set up yet.
Oh yeah, sure.
Mike,
You don't know
feedback
I'm not in
off.
pain.
Mike
How
off.
dare you?
Once you set the piece of flesh in a little petri dish, you can see that Daji is seated just on the dead space floor waiting for you.
Okay, and takes me 10 minutes. So after that, I'll sit
Okay.
next to him. I am part of clan.
The Kitsagi clan.
Are we in books?
Yes.
Okay.
Your family was to watch over Grimoire.
I hold it up a little proudly.
Grimoire full of magic. Not good kind. And in desperation, with no heir, your parents sent me to present Grimoire to, what was his name? Gida in Kamaga.
Oh.
Your parents send me to protect you as well.
Are they alive?
No.
Oh.
No more. You are the last Kitsagi.
Oh.
Mio. Kitsagi Mio. But Faya is your name now. It does not do to become consumed by one's past. Kitsagi Mio is the past. Faya is now.
Okay. Do I need to have baby? Cause I don't.
No.
I don't want.
No. Witch is gone. She will not return. Your power now is superior to her own.
Dodgy feels an empathic beaming, but she doesn't show it.
There is more.
What?
Daji was never Fox.
Dodgy was old man?
You get a sense of amusement from him, empathically. No. And yes. In our studies, I have not taught you about Kame. Many powerful family in Minkai have Kami who protect them. There are different kinds of Kami. Kitsagi family is protected by Toshigami Kami. Me.
Oh.
One of the blossom.
Oh.
But to protect you from, he kind of looks away, them, I bound my power in form of a fox. You are safer
Are you
with my
leaving?
power contained. No. I am your Kami now, and my power has been unbound. I contain my power to hide, mask our presence, but when required, I can release it.
Can I do a truth seeing real quick?
Yeah.
What do I see with Dodgy?
You can see a beautiful old man composed entirely of blossoms, bark, and antler-like branches, and just little cherry blossom petals falling around him.
You know, I never looked at Dodgy with True Sight.
I do know that.
Can I tell Sione?
It is your life to live. I am your guardian, your servant.
You know, bitch.
Oh! Oh. Okay.
But if you
Thank
will
you.
still accept my advice. Feia-san.
Yeah. What is? No clone? Don't say no clone.
No, your science is fascinating and otherworldly. I would advise you find the friends you trust, and you trust them completely. For they protect you, as I do. At times, they protect you so well that I did not require powers of Kami.
Oh.
You have many guardians. And where I can teach you magic, divine and arcane, they teach you to live, to feel friendship, love, comfort. And the sounds, by the way, are from different like little caged test animals that Feia has. If anyone's
Hearing
wondering.
it, and I'm like, ugh.
Like Feia has learned to just like tune them out. It's fine.
See me cringing, that's why.
I feed them, it's okay.
Science is otherworldly and fascinating, but not your whole life. You should live as you live. All the more so if you live forever.
I can make friends live forever too.
Perhaps for next lesson, we discuss inevitables.
No. Too much to learn, no.
All the same, we discuss inevitables.
Big audible sigh, more than I can do.
And he's going to get back to helping you with working on your clone, as, you know, a familiar does.
Is there a way I can speed it up?
Well, not one that you've discovered.
Okay.
So
I forgot how many months it was for the Sione clone. Did you write that
I
down?
believe we rolled 5.
Okay, so
3? We rolled 3.
yeah, okay. I rolled 5 for myself.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking of. So with that being said, is there anything else you guys want to do today during the afternoon?
On.
Yes.
Mic on.
I didn't get to do anything.
Go ahead. That's why I'm asking. What do you want to do?
You didn't ask me specifically, so I
Correct.
thought I should shut up. I'm gonna go to where they had their little fighting ring,
Oh.
wherever
Well,
that was.
then let me just pop over to some
This will just be
investigation.
real quick, no biggie.
Mm-hmm. Are you going alone, or is anybody accompanying
Yes.
you?
Well, I'm gonna tell. Was it Faya and Kyra who was with me, or just
Mhm.
Faya?
It was both of them.
I'm gonna tell them both where I'm going.
Do
I'm
either of
just
you want to
going
accompany?
to. You
Oh,
can
I
come
get
if
to
you
go?
want.
If you need me, I can come, but I've got stuff
I know
to do
you're
here as
reading.
well.
I can see you're ass deep in that book, so you just keep on doing that.
I go.
Okay.
And by I go, I'll wait outside and send my ear.
I was just going to
God.
say, I assume this is probably when Faya comes up from her laboratory demiplane for lunch and air.
Oh, Faya, you stink. Not in a bad way. You smell like science.
Formaldehyde?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way back up to the, or actually you're probably at the Hyde March Manor already, so it's just a short walk over to the little building along the outer wall of Magnamar near the Arvinsor, right over here.
Is that where it was?
That is where it was.
Okay. Anything going on here?
The building looks dumpy. You can see that there is a Shoanti, a well-dressed Shoanti just kind of standing outside the door. When you approach, he kind of steps in front of the door. No.
Tell me who's in charge of this place.
No.
I cast Charm Person.
Oh, okay. If you'll give me one moment, please, to find that. Oh, right, it'll be under humanoid. Okay.
Mic feedback off.
13
Mic
is the will
off.
save.
Okay, that fails. DC was 17.
Okay.
Do you
So,
need
yeah.
the spell text?
No. I know Charm Person. So the Shoanti kind of frowns for a minute. You should go.
I will. Just tell me who's in charge first.
Mr. Scarnetti.
Scarnetti. Where is he right now?
Not inside. I don't know.
His home?
Could be.
Do you know where that is?
Scarnetti Manor.
Do I know where that is?
You can do a knowledge local check.
You know how I said I don't burn down buildings?
To be fair, there's a whole lot of people who live there.
Yeah, I'm just
19. You know it's somewhere in the Alabaster district, but you're not sure specifically which one is Scarnetti Manor.
Do you know which one it is in that Alabaster district?
No, I've never been there. I work here. Mr. Scarnetti doesn't want lower folk around his family.
Ah, yes. Like you, like me.
Yes. And you can see there's a sense of bitterness. We are as orcs to him and his.
Yes. Is he going
But
to
the
be back?
money's good.
Is he going to be back here anytime soon? Is there a fight anytime soon?
They're setting up fights for tomorrow.
Okay. What time?
noon.
How-
But they won't let you in unless you're invited.
But you'll let me in.
Make a diplomacy check.
I smile charmingly. 23.
Of course, but don't interact with Mr. Scarnetti. I could lose my job. This gig, there's no honor in it, but it's good money.
Thanks.
The sales flow readily.
Faya, I'll just take us away.
Little buzzing ear.
Bye-bye. I didn't go
Girl.
inside. He was outside.
Oh,
Yeah, I said if she goes inside.
oh,
I'll
if
fix
she
my
goes
ear.
inside, I thought you were doing
Yeah.
that. Okay, okay.
Faya,
good to
get
know.
your ear out of here. You're right there.
Settles
sorry.
back on her head and lands.
It doesn't
Um,
reattach though.
Do you know where the
It's kinda
Scarnetti
funny.
Manor is?
Do I know where the Sarnetti Manor is?
Knowledge local.
Oh, this is my
I have
worst one.
I have a sneaking suspicion, and I just want to see if it's right.
19.
19.
as
You know
me,
it's in the
Faya.
Alabaster District. You don't know
What
where
if she
specifically.
uses a chat's blessing to get a 20?
Do you?
That command works now, so.
Sure.
20.
I felt attacked.
You
and
do know
pressured.
where Scarnetti
What a
Manor was.
surprise!
It's not far from the arena, actually. It's building number 7. It's right here.
I accidentally closed out or backed, so my stuff is.
It's right there.
Oh, perfect. What is this?
Was what?
This pink.
Who
Oh, it's
friggin'
the
knows?
exclamation mark, I think.
That should
Lem
be
drew.
I feel like Lem.
Leroy is here. That's what it used to say.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
I guess
like,
I
why is
missed
that
the spot.
circled? Okay, I'm gonna go to the Scarnetti Manor.
Should have been killed.
Faya will, of course, lead me. Yes.
Yes.
You're going to Scarnetti Manor.
Yeah.
Okay, so approaching Scarnetti Manor.
Wait,
You
wait,
find-
Before this happens, I'm casting mage armor for no reason.
Okay.
Same.
You find that already just going on the boulevard of messengers, there's a lot of dirty looks in your direction. As you approach the massive fenced-in property of the Scarnettis, there are 4 silver-armored
I won't get too close.
guards who are standing guard at the gate. It seems like they wouldn't let anyone in without
I see.
accosting them. But
I
you
know
can
what-
see beyond a pleasant marble columned manor. Like the Hyde March Manor, but whereas Hyde March Manor is mostly wood, this one's mostly marble. And you can see statues and the like. What do you do?
Faya,
Hmm?
this could be dangerous.
We call Olak? Lem? Oh,
No.
Lem be good. Oh.
Absolutely not. Not either of them. Just want to talk to Scarnetti.
So you want me to appear strong? Faya kind of like separates
No.
her arms from her chest a little bit and stands up straight, kind of. She's still short.
Can you see if there's any magical defenses on this house?
Detect magic.
No. Okay.
Yes, it is enchanted.
And what kind of check? Spellcraft?
Yep, spellcraft.
34.
It is enchanted against any kind of stone shape or pass, like any effects that would pass through it. There's nothing over it, but it looks like anyone who tried shenanigans on the walls around the property would probably suffer some magical feedback.
What about teleportation?
Doesn't seem like there's anything barring teleportation.
It was protection against like stone shape and
Oh, is that
passing
all?
through. All I
Okay.
see.
Would you like to be a guard for me?
If you take my ear with you.
Oh, you don't want to go in?
You want me be guard? Guard here or in?
No, you come with me.
Oh. I leave my ear on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Feya's ear like has little legs, and it just kind of sort of separates from the side of her face and crawls like a butterfly down her cheek before taking wing and fluttering away from her.
I will probably have it at the entrance of the manor.
By those guards, or you mean the actual front doors or the front gate?
I want to say it's gonna follow behind me. No, it'll be on me for now until we get a lot closer to where I can have it just like lingering and like
So it doesn't fly off, it just sort of crawls down Feya's face, down her neck, and then disappears into a pocket in her robe.
Oh,
yep.
That's creepy. Okay.
Oh, and I make sure to make it like go like this.
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
Actually, this is silly. I should scry on him first. Try to.
What are you gonna do? What's it gonna be?
I got a question. Polymorph? Do you keep all your...
What does the spell say?
Like, if I turn myself... It doesn't really... If I turn myself into another person, do I still keep my spellcasting abilities?
I don't think you can turn yourself into another person, can you?
It says into an animal, humanoid, or elemental of my choosing.
God, there's a lot to this spell. I would say if you're turning into another human, as long as you retain your ability scores, you'd retain your spellcasting.
You want the spell alter self.
Oh, is that the one?
Mm-mm.
Okay. In that case, then no. I believe Alvin on this one.
Mic off.
So if I turn myself into a specific person, would I get their ability scores? How does that work?
You are polymorph is shape change. It's not illusion. You are actually turning into that person.
So like my mind would be like theirs in terms of intelligence and stuff like that? Is what you're saying?
I think so.
Because this doesn't really say.
That's why I'm surprised it lets you turn into a human.
It's just the base.
Okay, you can't turn into a specific human. You just turn into a generic human, like you turn into a generic bat or rat or cat.
Oh, so it would just be some female human or male if
Unless
I wanted
you have
it.
the feat that, you know...
Right, that is correct.
Mic feedback
Okay,
off.
I gotcha.
Mic off.
In that case, plan change. I'm gonna take Feya somewhere private with her ear. And I'm gonna need to scry on Scarnetti first.
Which one?
The one who lives here.
Which one?
Do I know which one? Is like
Knowledge
the
local.
the head honcho here?
Knowledge local.
I know Tita Scarnetti, but he's not the one I want to scry
No,
on.
he's from Sandpoint.
Yeah, he's from Sandpoint. Local? Did you say? Sorry.
Yep.
Or Feya, do you know which Scarnetti lives here?
No worries. You actually do know that Graydon Scarnetti is supposed to be the family's leader, and they have control over Magnamar shipyards.
I'm
He
gonna
kinda oversees that.
assume it's him. If it's not, that might be embarrassing. So yes, I will scry on him.
Okay. I believe the casting time on Scry is 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay, so you begin scrying.
It might be longer than that.
In the scope of things, it really doesn't matter.
Okay.
He did fail his will save. You don't have anything backing him up, but there's really no recovering from before.
Yeah, you're right.
Even with all of his bonuses, you're able to scry on him. Looking into the silver mirror, it sort of turns cloudy before the clouds spread to the outside of the glass in the mirror, and you can see a middle-aged man in aristocratic clothing. He's seated at a desk in a large sunlit room, bookshelves kind of along both sides. It's a giant office, it looks like, and you can see he's got some spectacles on. He's writing, just doing paperwork, cross-referencing with some kind of a ledger, it looks like.
Okay.
It's very boring.
Faye, are you ready? We're going to teleport right into his face.
Okay.
So just be ready to back me up if I need it.
Okay.
And
Faye
I'm
pulls out,
just
like a handful of bones.
I'm just going to ask him a couple questions and we'll see how it goes. Doesn't need no violence either way. I will cast Dimension Door to teleport right next to him.
Into that office?
Yeah.
Ooh, you don't know where on the house it is.
I don't need to know. I know what it looks like.
You with
Do you need to
Dimension
see
Door?
Dimension
No,
Door?
Dimension Door you do need to know, because that takes you to a specific place. Teleport, you wouldn't need to know.
It says you arrive at exactly the spot desired, whether
Correct.
by visualizing the area or by stating direction.
Oh, you can visualize instead. Okay, I didn't realize that was
and
an
I
option.
did see it.
You
so...
did. Okay, so yep, and you know it's there. You teleport, and suddenly Fea and Sione are standing in a magnificent office. It's about 40 feet in length by about 30 feet. Most of it is just open space with a velvety red rug. Bookshelves lining most of either walls. A giant window behind him that's just open view of the Scarnetti Manor grounds.
There wasn't
There
anybody
are some-
else with him in the scry, right?
When you scried, no.
Okay.
You see that there are 2 suits of iron armor in the corners opposite or next to like
nobody's in
the
those.
doors that lead in. And you can see that there are a few plants, and big ones, trees basically, that are just kind of hanging over the desk. The man looks up.
I'll put
Who the devil are you?
I put my hand on his shoulder. Let's be friends. And I'm gonna cast Charm Monster on him.
Oh, okay.
So DC 20 will save.
He starts to get up out of his chair. 19.
Fail. Barely. That's why I did Charm Monster this time.
Do I know you?
No. But I have some questions for you if you don't mind.
You work for Visky?
No.
What do you want to know?
Did you put a hit out on Olak?
Who?
Do you run the fighting ring?
Fighting? What?
Is
No,
he?
don't be
can I-
ridiculous. I
can
run
I
the
do an-
shipyards.
Can I do an insight check?
Sense motive. Sure.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's my brother. Ooh, 10.
10. I mean, he seems honest.
I think you should tell me the truth.
Look, lady, you have a name?
S.
S. Secret codes, then. Fine. And he kind of leans, steepling his fingers on the desk. I don't know any Olak. Unless you mean that Pathfinder.
Yes, that's him.
Oh, well, no. Why would I put a hit out on him? He's about to make us all filthy rich.
How so?
It's going to be a festival in a few days.
You don't run the building. I will give the specific address.
That's in, Naus?
Can I tell by his reaction? Does he...
He seems, from what you can tell, he seems genuinely confused with your sense motive of 10.
Tell me the truth, fully and completely. Do you run that fighting ring, or does somebody in your family? And I will cast suggestion on him.
Oh, okay.
buddy?
I would never deign to sully the Scarnetti name in such a manner. Fighting rings are beneath us. Not to mention, Mother would be furious if she found out.
Someone in your family is running a fighting ring.
If they're doing it, it's not me. And it's
Who
certainly
else?
not something Mother would...
Who else could it be?
Yurik.
Ah. Brother?
Brother. Younger brother. He's an idiot.
Where is he?
Out at Serpent's Run, probably, with his friends. He spends time with the riffraff. He likes to embarrass us. Wouldn't be the first time I've had to spend good money to cover up some of his bullshit.
Well, I have it on good authority that he's running a fighting ring. And he put a hit out on my good friend and Pathfinder, Olak.
News to me.
Yes, so perhaps you should talk to him about it. Put your money to good use.
Need money to talk to my brother.
I meant, it's not, whatever. Anyway, I don't want to see any more assassins. It's in both our best interest.
Is that right?
Yes, we're good friends after all.
And has anybody else seen these assassins?
Yep. Yep.
Look,
Faye will back up nod.
I certainly won't authorize any further expenditures. I'll
Do
talk
I
to my
need to talk to
accountant.
your brother personally and make up spectacle of this and the Scarnetti family name?
I would not recommend it. All
I don't
you
want
do
to do
then
that.
is earn my mother's ire.
So get your
And that
brother
won't
under
be good for
control
anybody.
and take care of it.
Make a intimidate check.
Intimidate.
Intimidate, that is
I'm
correct.
being very diplomatizing.
You're trying to scare him into doing what you want.
Okay.
Faye's not much help. Sorry.
27.
Well, that wouldn't be good for anybody.
Mm.
Maybe it's time Yurik got some responsibilities in Sandpoint.
You know. Oh, you're gonna send him to work with Titus in the lumber mill?
I suppose.
Sure.
Yeah, we've got some new mills to open.
Yeah, send him far,
It's a
far
real
away.
shame. One of our main competitors, lumber mills in Sandpoint, just recently had a little fire. Terrible tragedy. Someone needs to keep the lumber flowing, though. So, I suppose it's time.
I really don't like you or your family. Yes. Good idea. Okay, I will be on my way. Just consider this a friendly chit chat, letting you know what's going on.
All right.
I'm gonna
S.
leave my ear.
Okay. Okay. Noted.
I
Your
will
ear
get
just
out
kind of
of.
flutters and lands up on top of one of the bookshelves,
I
out of sight,
will-
out of mind.
I will get out of your hair, let you go about your work. Shall
I
we?
should talk to Mother.
I'll leave with Faya. Just
Okay.
so you know, Charm Monster will last 15 days.
Noted. As you guys teleport out, Faya, you continue to hear what's going on in here.
Yeah.
You can hear a door closing. A few minutes later, you hear the door open and close again. What is this all about, Graydon? Have you fucked it up again? No, Mother.
Like Futurama, Mother.
I think Yurik might have gotten involved in something. Oh? Yurik isn't your concern, Graydon. He's mine. Yes, but no buts. What is it you think Yurik is involved in? I just spoke with a friend who claims he might have been running underground fighting rings in Magnamar. But that would be illegal.
On Mother.
Mother, Oh, very well. Yes, your brother has his hobbies. It's harmless. It's not hurting anyone.
Hurting my friends.
I'm hearing that he's been hiring lowlifes, assassins. Failed assassins at that. Failed? Really?
Oh shit, was it her? Uh-oh.
You can't hear anything.
I know.
Wait, no. Faya is gonna reiterate the conversation as it goes to Sione with two different voices.
I don't... does it matter? No. No, not at all.
Damn it.
Mic
Have you
feedback
heard
on.
anything
Mic on.
else?
Don't tell him, bro. Don't tell him.
Mic feedback off.
Your mom's
Mic
a
off.
bitch.
It was, someone named Olak. I was gonna ask Yurik what that's about. I thought we should cut this all off. Send him to Sandpoint. I can have another one of our friends. We can have Visky plant another fire. We could open a new sawmill. 3 sawmills in Sandpoint does seem a bit much. But perhaps he could assist Brother Titus. That seems like a waste. I mean, you let me worry about waste in this family, as you always do. Or do I need to remind you of the incident in the harbor last year? No, Mother. No, it's just what, Graydon? Clearly, I can handle Scarnetti's affairs. This has all gotten very expensive. I'm beginning to think that perhaps Yurik's messes would be better served just out of Magnamar. Expenses? Don't worry one hair on your little head about that. Mother will take care of everything. So, about Yurik then, send him to Sandpoint. I'll write a letter to Titus. And perhaps you could send a message to your friend. S. You don't know them? No, Mother. They just teleported in. Teleported? Just a moment. After about a minute of silence,
Get out.
your ear
Laugh out of there.
reforms on your ear, Faya.
She's the caster.
Oh, great. Well, I'm sure we'll hear nothing else about this. Shall we go?
Okay.
That's the end of that chapter. All
So-
done.
Is that it for the afternoon? You guys, is there anything else you guys
These
wanted to cover
two-
before?
these-
on.
Yeah, Olaf
Mic
wanted
on.
to do something
They
too.
wanted to do stuff.
Oh boy.
I hope Olak does the same thing I just did.
Olaf, you go.
Well, in that case, before we cut to you two, we're going to take a brief break. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out. We will give you the second half of our show after a short hiatus. I'd encourage you to get some snacks, hydrate up, stretch, and we will see you shortly. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Okay. So, picking up right where we left off, we have which two? It was Olak and
Lem.
Lem.
I
do
feel
you
like
do?
Olak would just pick up Lem if Lem said no.
Oh, use the other one. What the hell?
Come on, buddy.
Alright, Lem. One last thing.
What?
We're going to go to Golem Works.
Oh no.
Why are we doing that?
I owe a man a dog.
You go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, the last time you went out by yourself People tried to kill you. I don't really have any part of that.
Are you sure? It's really fun.
No,
You'll never
I've
feel more alive when you're close to dying.
No, that's actually completely not true. You feel the most alive when you're nowhere near dead at all. Preferably in a bathtub. I'm gonna feel alive in a bathtub.
Not one
That
of
sounds
those
really weird.
days.
I'm gonna take a bath.
The bathtub's gonna get you, you know.
What?
Nothing.
So, okay, so if Lemus is hanging back, Olak, it is a very short walk from Hyde March Manor, though you'd probably be coming from the shore, so it's actually a very long walk. The Golem Works is up here. You'd be walking past, actually you'd be going past both Indros Call Verdrarch, as well as the Cenotaph. Or Cenotaph, I guess it would be. To a kind of a quiet part of the capital district. A series of unremarkable crow-haunted warehouses near the northern edge of the Irespan. What are you looking for?
The Golem Works.
That is the Golem Works.
Oh. Well, in I go then.
Okay. Approaching, one of the warehouses is more populated. It is a large studio. As you go in, you can hear the sounds of construction, of arcane magics being cast, I guess. You can hear like giant pieces of stone and iron being worked upon with hammers and finer tools. There's a human who approaches you, sees you entering. Hello, sir. Is there something I can help you find today?
Yeah, I'd like a commission for a golem. Clockwork golem.
A clockwork golem. That is an advanced piece of technology. Do you have the coin?
Ola grabs a bag full of gold. Does this sound enough?
To be clear, it will cost you 120,000 gold sales.
Nothing that big. Just a clockwork hound.
So not a clockwork golem, then.
You're right.
A clockwork hound I can provide for 30,000
Battery
gold
low.
sales.
That works.
Excellent, excellent. It will require about a year to craft.
Really? Why that long?
Because a clockwork is exceedingly difficult to create. It requires a great deal of creation of various tools and parts, all of which need to be well cared for and perfectly precise in their creation. They must all move and function together as a whole functional machine, or the entire construct will cease to function.
Ola's just kind of picking his ears. Are you sure you guys aren't just bad at this?
Yes, I am positive. Working with clockwork beasts is a time-honored tradition,
Charging
and there are
battery.
no greater minds on Galarian than those here at the Golem Works for doing such things.
Alright, fine. Make sure it's also painted all
Charging
sleeky
battery.
and dark, like my armor.
You will be paying up front.
Yeah, I will.
So meta for a second. Alvin, you are going to pay 30,000 gold pieces for something that you are not going to get in this campaign.
Yeah. It will be delivered to, and also is going to be delivered to Knaven.
To whom?
Knaven, Lady Hyde March's lay.
So that would be Knaven Hydemarch
Yep. Wait, that's his last name?
of Hydemarch Manor,
That's where he lives.
the head of the prestigious Hydemarch family.
Yeah, so make sure it's all spiffy and shiny.
Very well. It will be done. Thank you for your patronage. He'll take your 30,000 gold pieces.
Wait, you're not even gonna ask who this is from?
No, frankly, I don't care.
Alright.
He's
Which
going to
make-
take your money and he's going to go and spend the next 300 days crafting a clockwork hound.
And it's gonna be all black with spiked collar.
Probably. Yes. Honestly, actually, it'll probably take the better part of the afternoon getting details from you on like more specific detail. Like, obviously, since this is not going to actually appear in this game because it will literally take a year, we don't need to spend too much time figuring out all those details.
No.
But they give you a few questionnaires and such. Alvin, you are an odd man.
I owe the guy.
It's to make up for the dog he got killed.
Dogs.
Oh, well, you owe him more than one then.
Yeah, I think this. makes
Don't
sense.
tell him that.
One for each dog.
Let
Get
me
to it,
just
buddy.
Do math.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
have enough.
on that happy note, you don't have enough. Really?
Hey, I'm pretty sure this makes up for.
Wait, are you? So can you or can you not afford it?
No, I can afford just the one.
Oh, I see. I thought you were saying you couldn't afford the one. Okay, got it. They're also going to have you sign a whole bunch of forms, basically saying you understand that this is not a dog, that cuddling with it may result in death or severe mutilation.
Oh yeah, that's what Olak wants.
It is not equipped to be around children, etc. Like, there's a whole bunch of waivers they make you sign.
Oh, Olak also brings out Lyrian's old hand cannon. Could you like have this also come out and shoot from it?
No, they actually probably couldn't do that because guns are. So first of all, Lyrian's gun does not function in anyone's hands but her own.
Oh,
That's a class feature she had.
sad.
But second, they literally don't know what they're looking at with that. Guns are pretty much unknown outside of Alkenstar. But yeah, I mean, they're excited about it. They'll
No, well, too bad. Olak's keeping this.
they can't figure it out though because it's a gunslinger's weapon and therefore unusable to anyone else, unfortunately. They do try to sell you an angelic guardian though, if you're interested in buying.
What would I need
fuck
one of
is-
those for?
What is that?
It's a special type of guardian or of construct that is exclusive to Magnamar.
Oh. How much are those?
Expensive.
22,000. 20.
That's-
It's cheaper than the damn dog.
That's a
Wait,
bargain.
really?
Yes. The dog is one of the more expensive ones.
I mean, why would I need someone else to kill for me?
I mean, I'm just saying.
No,
An
that's-
angelic
that's-
guardian, though?
That's what Olak's saying.
We're just supposed to ask these things. We ask every customer if they want. We're upsell. They get a little bonus if somebody buys extra.
You're doing
you
a
don't
pretty
want it, you
bad
can
job
just-
out of it.
I don't really care. You just paid me 30,000 gold. I'm going to retire after this year.
But you are making this, right? And it's gonna go to Canadian,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Have a good afternoon, sir.
Wait.
You
do
sure
have
you
any
didn't want the...
Do you have any assassins in here?
No, I should think not. We are all craftspeople. Hard-working craftspeople at that. Enchanters and the like.
Are you sure? Well, let's
Yes. We do
do a
extensive background checks.
Look
When
around.
handling golems that interact with the aristocracy, it does not do to have untested hands at work.
Well, that's disappointing. All right. I'm sure if there's any assassins out there, they'd take their time. Or jump now.
No assassins jump on you. But the workers in the golem works seem kind of perturbed by this talk. Okay. Yep. I will note that there are not a whole lot of clockwork creatures here. It seems like they primarily deal in golems. But all right. Is there anything else to cut? Yes. I remember Kyra has something for today before we get there, right?
Yeah.
And Lem, you're good? Mostly good? Mostly good. Okay. I'll take it. Kyra, what did you want to do?
I wanted to, I guess, like when I'm not reading that book, I would like to cast divination, so I'll prepare all of that, the incense and everything. And here, I'll put that spell in chat. Just for fun. And I'm going to ask what will happen when the Sihedron star is reforged?
Provide you with a useful piece of advice in reply to a question concerning a specific goal. So that would be the specific event.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of. Okay, so first of all, I have to roll secret percentile.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I should have had you tell me what you were going to be asking about, so I could have come up with like a clever
sorry.
riddle or something. Okay. Okay, and so you're specific. What is the specific event you're asking about? The creation of the Sihedron?
Yeah, what's gonna happen when it's forged?
Okay. As you're waving the incense about, meditating in prayer to Sarenrae, your senses begin to drift off. And for a long moment, you find yourself in like the dark ether of almost sleep before there is sunlight and trembling, and you see the sun shining, filling everything. And you see small chunks of rock forming in the air, and like grass growing atop all of them, and you can see like waves moving across the space, the negative space between these bits of rock, almost like continents or islands floating in some spectral sea. You see crystals growing on one of them, growing and growing bigger and together, forming into like one giant supercrystal with growths spread off of it. You see light hitting that crystal and like just shimmering off of it gloriously, and there's this sense of majesty about it, of beauty. And then the crystal splits, cracks right down the middle, with shards of it sprinkling off, raining down into the void below. And you see roots growing out of the crack, beginning to wrap around the crystal. And you can hear, amid all of this, the distant tick, tick of like a clock. And then 2 clocks, 3, 10, 100, all ticking slightly off of each other. You're surrounded by, on all sides by this ticking sound, the constant ticking and whirring of gears. And you see the crystal turning black. And there's this miasma coming out of it, spreading over to the other chunks of beautiful earth
Mic
just floating
feedback
in the
off.
sea.
Mic off.
And the sun sort of starts turning, rotating, and you can see just vaguely through the sunlight, it's in the shape of a giant gear that is slowly ticking. And it's as the sunlight begins to darken, taking on more and more the visage of this gear, its shadow spread out over everything is in the shape of a slowly rotating 7-pointed star. And the vision ends.
Okay, not what I was expecting. After a while, she's gonna.
Seems good.
Yeah, seems like great. Everything's fine. After she processes that, probably some time. I will then cast Commune.
But you got more questions now.
Yeah,
Bro, what
I
you
do
doing
now.
now, bro?
Hey, Mel, what you mean?
What the fuck?
All right.
Unfortunately,
You go into a more private room and like light some candles now and like take some time to calm down after all of the weird, like you can still kind of hear the echoes of that ticking clockwork.
Yeah. Oh my god,
But-
no.
You begin to feel warm once again. And
Okay.
you feel like your eyes are closed, but in your mind's eye, you see yourself seated on a rock at the edge of an oasis, the desert sun beating down upon you. There's the pure trickle of water nearby. Everything is peaceful. And then you feel waves of heat, and opening your eyes, you find yourself actually at this place, and a great angelic figure with a body completely forged from bronze, smoldering eyes behind the metallic face, sits opposite you in the same position though, like just facing you.
I'm gonna start with the questions that I already had and then see if I can think of any. Because these are only yes/no questions. Shoot. What I was gonna ask was is Ardathanatus working to make up for his past?
The angelic figure looks off as though listening, and turns back to you and smiles.
Will Zadim be able to see this?
Listening. He's listening for a long time, and then turns to you. And like reaches out and pats you, like not comfortingly so much as like a shared moment of I hope so.
Okay. Will Ardathanatus die by Saren Ray's hand?
He doesn't even stop to listen. He's just
Okay. Now on to the more confusing things. What the fuck?
yeah. You got 12 more technically.
Shoot, guys, help!
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck? I don't even know. Oh no. I hate thinking of
Can
questions.
we help
on the
her with her
spot.
high wisdom?
Yes, you have a high enough wisdom that you may receive advice from your fellow PCs.
Thank you. Do you guys have some?
Can everyone on the council be trusted to have the shard's best interest?
Okay.
Is it a good thing to put the shard together? Who should have the? Should Blah have the shard? Should what the fuck's going on with Lem? Is Lem okay? Did Yurik Scarnetti try to kill Olak?
I think
I
think
wouldn't
she
know
was
that
looking
one.
for advice based on the divination. Ash.
Yeah.
Okay, I will start with. Okay, it's so subjective though. Is it? How do I phrase this so it's not like it's a good idea for the gods, but not for everybody existing on this earth?
Is it good for humanity?
Is it good? Yeah, is it good for
The people of Varizia.
the people of Varizia to assemble this shard, the Sihedron? I keep calling it a shard.
It's many shards.
Turns
Yes.
back. Curt,
Yeah.
militaristic nod.
Okay. Will assembling the shard or the shards awaken rune lords?
He looks and almost seems like there's a back and forth going before he kind of turns back, and you get a sense of like he really wants to say something, but he's like, no.
No? Okay. Strange.
Do any of the rune lords know we're assembling it?
Do any of the rune lords know that we're assembling it? That's a good one. Yeah, I'll ask that. No.
He shakes his head no.
Good.
Can all of the Sihedron Council members be trusted to have the interests of all of, like, Varizia's best interests? Put that first. That's a really badly phrased question. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Is Varizia their
Any
number
lessons?
one, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
You can see he looks a little disconcerted, but he kind of is like,
Yeah, he's thinking about the mayor.
Mostly? Yeah. Okay. I asked 7 questions.
Will something bad happen
Did we kill the
immediately
mayor?
following?
Immediately
Over there.
following? Yeah. Should, oh, okay. Should we be prepared for a fight right when the Sihedron is forged?
he listens, and he looks at you with a sense of sadness, and then nods slowly.
Oh, that means
I mean, yeah. Doesn't matter when we assemble this shit. Is anyone on the council worthy enough to wield this artifact?
Nods. I will remind that you are on that council.
me,
Fuck,
you,
dang
and
it.
Faya are on the and Olak.
And
are on the
Olak.
council. You could
That
ask,
doesn't help.
is something or someone gonna try to take the shard from us?
I think I know the answer to that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna ask. Changing topics a little bit.
Or how about this? Is the shard going to be taken from us?
Oh.
That implies we won't be able to do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Will the shard be taken from us? I will ask that. Or the
Listens.
forged shards.
The Sihedron.
Sihedron. Words.
He shakes his head no.
Okay. Is Lem's search for answers about the end of it all just curiosity?
I'm gonna have to have Michael answer that.
Just yes or no?
With the same sad expression, shakes his head no.
Is Lem searching for something that we can help him find?
That's another one for Michael.
Sorry, Michael.
Answer the questions, bitch.
Kind of sucks when PCs show up with divination spells that you're not prepared for, doesn't it?
I lost track of the number of
pondering.
questions I had.
Oh, fine. I did
Question
too.
one more time, please.
Is Lem searching? What did I say? Is Lem searching for something that we can help him look for?
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it something we can help him find?
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
Sex party.
I'd say probably 2 more questions since I lost
Yeah,
count.
I think I was over 10 for sure. How do I phrase this?
Will there be jam tomorrow?
Is Lem taking a bath? No, I'm just kidding.
The answer is always yes.
The answer is always yes.
I'm pruny right now. Yes.
Does Lem... Oh, gosh. Okay, 2 questions. Does Lem need... Do we need to wait for Lem to come to us? For help?
Yeah, that's right. Answer the questions.
Michael.
Unclear.
Yeah, I was gonna say you get the vibe like he's listening,
Not sure. Okay.
and after a long wait, he kind of looks at you and
Oh.
Okay.
I think he would try to convey to you like yes and no.
one question left.
Is there jam tomorrow?
Make it about Sayoni. No, just kidding. Actually, you could. If you were curious, you could ask if Salasha was going to betray us after she gets in her
That
new body.
traitorous bitch. She is. We know it.
Oh.
Harsh.
I'm trying to think of literally all the things that we've come across, and
Why is Faya so weird?
why is Faya like this?
Why is she like this?
I love it, but why is she like this?
What is it she has against prepositions? I'd love to know.
How come half our party doesn't speak in full sentences? Just kidding.
Why is that? Why is one collecting
Um,
word symbols?
Do charm person on Faye and find out.
Pass.
I will not ask a last question. There are
Good.
too many.
Don't
There are too
waste it.
many. There are
Like,
too
how-
many, and I don't
Be
know
like,
what
how
to
are
ask.
you doing? How is you?
Oh, here we go.
Cool.
Have as Gyra. Sorry, I take forever to forward. This is why I write them down ahead of time. The divination thing threw me off.
That's fair.
Have I been following Sarenrae's teachings? Have I strayed too far from Sarenrae's teachings? Zadim got in my head, dog.
You just add that at the end. Yo, dog.
Listen,
you got
dog.
my head.
The angelic figure doesn't even wait to listen; just kind of grabs your wrist like a
Shakes you.
giving a reassuring squeeze, and then kind of listens, and then nods and looks at you and gives you a resolute, like a smile of conviction, and squeeze your wrist again before letting go.
Okay.
You get a strong sense of camaraderie before suddenly 4 massive wings of fire burst out of his back and he takes off into the sky. And it's like you look, everything kind of turns to flame and then darkens. And you find that the dark is actually just because your eyes are closed. When you open them, you're back in your meditative chamber, surrounded by candles.
I'll probably just stay there the rest of the evening, and yeah, I think for like most of the downtime, you will find Kyra at the Church of Serenray.
Well, the nice thing is, pretty much that would end right around when you've got to like get going to the meet and greet.
Perfect then.
Okay, are we good to do some meet and greet? Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's meet these
Yeah?
council members.
Let's do it. Okay.
Mic
And I'm not
feedback
going to
on.
this part.
Mic on.
You're not?
Not the meet and greet.
Olok's gonna drag him.
Lem is
Oh,
not.
here we go again.
Olok's gonna try to get him.
We have to. This ends the same way every time. Okay. Olak, make a CMB against Lem.
Olok's gonna come
CMD.
prepared this time.
Okay.
Oh, with a bathtub?
He's gonna give himself +2 to his grapple with improved grapple.
Are we really gonna do this time? Are we really doing this?
Come on.
Can I get a sense motive on before we start all this that Olok's coming for me? Because
Are we
No.
present also?
I
I would say for
Imagine.
simplicity's sake, let's just roll initiative, you two.
There you go.
So that's a no.
Yeah, you
So
ain't
we don't
beating
get
Lem's initiative.
Okay. So Lem, you did get the sense that he's coming to do something. What do you
and
do?
I think I could suss out what this is. I'm gonna dimension door out into the street.
And he's gone.
Oh,
Olak, he doesn't want to go.
I agree that he should be there, but we can't force him. You know, he's
I like to think he
he's
took
his
his
own person.
his evening snacks with him though when he teleported.
So-
So that's a-
We
And
will
his
meet-
bathtub.
Yeah.
We'll
maybe not.
meet up when this is done, and you'll be there when we assemble it.
You know, there's a good way to get him to do this, right? We can just ban him from all the bathtub inns in town.
Well, that
That
just
is a
seems
lot of
cruel,
bathtubs.
Olak.
I know.
From it take far longer.
Okay. So you guys going?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As all of you show up at Hyde March Manor, you find that there is kind of a large tent has been set up on her grounds. There's already people gathering there. As you approach, you can see Knaven is also there. He's not on the council. But Knaven is present. Actually, when you first arrive, he approaches you. Hello? Hello, good to see you guys here. Everyone else is already gathered. You got the stuff?
There's not a Scarnetti on the council, right?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
Wait, were we supposed to bring all the shards right now? No.
I don't think so. I don't think it mattered, but I imagine
We have all of them except one.
they're pretty excited. Yeah, I figured people might want to see them.
It's
They're
not
trinkets
a
to
toy.
show off.
I don't think anyone here is going to mistake them for a toy. I think everyone just wants to make sure they're in good hands and that they're the real deal. There's a few eggheads in there. Well, I'll let you see. Sheila, she kind of looks and spots you guys, smiles, sets down the champagne glass. As she does so, she kind of approaches you guys. Hello. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Friends, these are the Pathfinders. And everyone's just kind of turns to look at you. And you can see that most of them are human. Like there's a Taldan who's in like heavy robes. You can see that he's got like a cane, but in a holster on his belt. And there's just like on his belt, he has magnetic clasps for different books. You can see that there is a Verizian woman. Looks about Sione's age, but she's wearing brilliant rainbow-colored clothing, and she has a bluish, like a pale blue scarf with white symbols all over it around her neck. You can see that there is an older human woman wearing the butterfly symbol of Desna on her. You see a Chalaxian man who, Sione, you recognize him as Ernst Landis, this being the curator for the Museum of Ages. And when he sees you, he kind of nods at you and like kind of looks around at your group, a little sour.
He's not here, don't worry.
You see Haldmir Grabarus.
Yes.
Short
Charging
legs,
battery.
short arms, big torso. Kind of a baby-shaped head, clean shaven. He's starting to bald, but he has kind of a strawberry blonde hair. And he is currently dual wielding champagne glasses, while you can see like slowly plucking olives and cheese off of a toothpick that he has in his mouth without his hands.
The fuck?
You see another Verizian woman, though she is tall and regal and wearing a simple robe with a stylized image of the sun upon it. Not the Saren Ray, like holy symbol sun. It would be something Fea would recognize as a Shawanti Sklar Kwa symbol.
Was I friends with them or nah?
No, I don't think you've met this woman.
No, I meant like the Scar Claw.
That's your clan. That's you and
Oh.
Lems.
Oh,
Um,
I'm a little excited for that.
you see a human man, Chalaxian, tall, upright, wearing the silver armor and green cloak of the City Watch. You can see another older human in white and gold robes with a large gold key motif emblazoned on his robes and a key necklace.
Raya?
You see Karaya, who, as soon as she sees you guys, she's actually going to come over and offer each of you a hug. She kind of looks around. Where's
They
that?
will shake it.
Oh,
He got
he's
away.
Not a fan of this politics thing.
Really? The man loves to hear himself speak, and he can't bear to be around other speakers.
Maybe that's why. How are you?
Good. How, well, I know how fares your adventures. It's all the buzz in the streets. Everyone is talking about it.
Yeah. You would have been helpful if we should have taken you with us to go.
Why? Did you go to the Darklands? That's what the rumors on the streets are, is that you went underground somewhere in the Cinderlands, that you connected with the Darklands. They're
Not
saying
the-
you
not the-
slew an undead dragon?
No, well, not quite.
They're saying it was ridden by a
We were
hill
more
giant.
like in.
We went to Lang.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
It's
The
another.
nightmare
It's the nightmare realm.
realm.
Oh,
Not a good place.
that doesn't sound very good at all.
No.
It's not.
It was a dragon.
We did
though.
kill a dragon, yes.
Nice. What kind?
Blue.
Was it really undead?
It wasn't undead.
It wasn't
No.
undead, it was just really gaunt.
Had
Dead.
the curse of the shard of sloth. So,
Boring. Giant, though? Did it have the giant riding it?
no.
No.
Boring.
Our stories have really been embellished.
The giant wasn't really related to the dragon.
Really?
We
did
fought
make
him
friends.
separately.
Ah, see, if you were going to tell me something was off, that is the one I would have thought was true. That's a surprise.
The giant did have a pet that kind of looked like a dragon. Cat.
What was a cat?
A cat. The giant had a
Wow.
cat,
A big cat.
like a. And it's very clear she is not picturing the kind of cat you're talking about. Like she looks kind of
Cat.
stumped
Tabby cat.
as you hear Sheila ringing a silverware or a bit of silver on her glass. Greetings, friends and associates. Thank you all for agreeing to join this Sihedron Council. If everyone is ready, I thought we might begin.
Yes.
Good. Some good music for this. Maybe I don't have any. Maybe I'll just do some ambient. Yeah, we'll do that. So tomorrow afternoon, and she glances at the Lord Mayor, or perhaps evening, and the Lord Mayor. Tomorrow afternoon, then, we will gather atop the Ire Span to perform the ritual of reforging. I will spare you the details. We won't have any fancy speeches. Nothing is required of that nature. However, I do think it is important that in that event tonight, we take a moment to appreciate the heroes who braved certain death to gather the shards of the Shattered Star.
I'm gonna lean over to Feya. What does she mean by certain death?
This is
We should have died. Kind of.
Sioni. I'm sorry, I'll lower it so it's like as you're talking, like you're kind of whispering to each other as she's continuing on. And she's like continuing to introduce you guys one by one, and there's polite, applause for all of you guys.
Feya kind of sinks in her chair when she's introduced. Like, she doesn't like eyes on her at all.
There's not really any chairs out here.
Just standing.
There's like tables with a few snacks and hors d'oeuvres.
She slumps and sinks kind of behind Olak.
Yeah, there's enough people. I mean, there's a lot of people here.
I don't know why I expected chairs. How rude.
I believe that as part of the festival in 2 days' time, we should ensure that our heroes receive all fanfare required and have an opportunity to regale the crowd with their adventures. Next, all 7 shards will be brought together and placed in the Sihedron shrine that my people have hauled up from the dungeons below the crow. We will need several spellcasters to help siphon magical energy into the shards. I've done no small amount of research on this, and my research has indicated that once the Sihedron is formed, there will be some flashy lights and sounds, but that there should be no dangerous discharge of magic. All the energies will be absorbed by the Sihedron itself in the process of reforging. I'd prefer the heroes themselves not to be involved in the channeling of this magic into the Shattered Star, however, as if something should go wrong, they are our best option to handle whatever develops. And once the Sihedron is reformed, I see no better option than appointing them the artifact's new keepers. So, if there's nothing more, thank you all again, and I'll see you tomorrow before. And there's already all of them are talking at once over her. Everyone shouting questions. Someone's like, "What about me?" Karaya just takes this opportunity to turn and pick up another glass of champagne.
I will ask her. I will reach my hand out towards her to pass me
Where's
one.
mine?
She'll I like the idea that you just kind of reach over and take it from her, and she'll go get another one.
I just pass it to Sione and then take the next one Karaya picks up for
Okay.
myself.
after a moment of chaos, Sheila and Sir Canavan are all kind of like, please, let's keep some semblance of order about this. And the Lord Mayor, I was of the opinion that we would combine the ritual of reforging with a festival. It would do wonderful for Magdamar's people and our affairs across Varizia. It could, dare I say, even solidify us as a capital, as it were, of this frontier country.
Not to interrupt you.
No,
anyway.
Do interrupt. Answer the question, young lady.
We have come to the conclusion that in case anything shows up in an attempt to perhaps take this artifact while we are assembling it, having a bunch of people throwing a party for civilians is a bad idea, and we didn't want to put them in danger. We are more than willing to celebrate it the next day or whenever, but we did not want to put the public in danger.
The man in the City Watch armor speaks up. It was you who's doubting the City Watch.
Well,
my men and women. You do understand we have a literal army of soldiers protecting this festival.
And you understand the things that we have seen and fought to get these shards are far more powerful than a City Watch could handle on its own.
Sounds to me, Lord Mayor Grabaras continues, like you're well equipped to protect everybody. And in the meantime, why shouldn't we all profit a little off of this?
You can profit after it has been assembled, not during and not before.
Excuse me. This being the Taldan man in robes. I was under the impression there would be some spectacle of spells and magic, no?
Obviously.
So won't that defeat the purpose if the entire country knows you're reforging it in the process?
Blood and March, I say. Or not.
And at this, the Lord Mayor's going to come up to Olak, put an arm around you, slap you on the back, like, See, this man, this boy here sees reason. Smart chap, smart lad. You must be Olak, right? Your wisdom and fortitude are well documented. I dare say we might even be able to arrange for some statues, heroic statues of you outside Serpent's Run, don't you think? But the lad speaks wisdom. Let them watch. Why not, right? There's going to be magic and lights and sounds anyway.
You would put the people of your city at risk just for some flashy lights?
My dear, the people of the city are going to be at risk regardless, are they not? Are we not all in agreement that this is a calculated risk to assemble the Sihedron? And you can see Sheila is off to the side, like, already, like, the lights and sounds will happen regardless, won't they?
Political agenda aside, I think enough of us here have communed with deities and done our research to know that there is a huge possibility for things to go very badly.
Yes, I, for one, have communed with Abadar. I have received some omens that there may be some danger in
and
this
I have
reassembly.
Received the same from Saren Ray.
However, the great keeper of the first vault is of the mind that it will be to the betterment of society. That reassembling this artifact is more than worth the risk, and at the Lord Mayor's insistence, I have confirmed that the city of Magdamar should be in no mortal peril. At which point the where is she? The older woman with the Desna holy symbol says, "Really? I had something of the opposite conversation when I communed with my goddess. I received omens that there could be great risk to all the people of the festival if they are present. While Desna very much agrees that this ritual of reforging is imperative, I understand there could be great danger to viewers. And she smiles at Kyra. I share my sister cleric's belief that it would be for the best to minimize civilian presence.
There you have it. It's simply not worth the risk of your beloved citizens.
Well, what risk? I mean, one god against another. Who's to say?
Was 2 versus
I'm
1,
sorry.
actually.
Were you there with us getting the shards? Did you fight against Yamasoth? Did you fight against a blue dragon? Did you have to travel into Lang?
An elf now who's in robes speaks up. I don't believe such matters are of import. These things have already been decided. Lord Mayor, respectfully, the festival will take place on the 5th. Yes, I suppose we did all agree to that, but I was hoping... Hope is perhaps past. We've had this conversation already.
I'm gonna go up to the mayor since he's complaining a lot, and I'm just gonna put like a little finger bone in his hand as I grab his hand. It will be okay. So when he opens it, it's just a bone.
He's looking at it like,
It's kind of meant to be a threat, but you know.
Little lollipop. Shut up now. Please shut up.
A half-elf that Fea would recognize, by the way. The Master of the Stone of Seers, that is the Arcane Academy in Magnamar, speaks up. I have a question. When was it decided that they should be the keepers of this artifact? As far as I understand it, we have not yet discussed this. I believe the artifact should be contained within the Stone of the Seers and studied. There's a great deal of power. Perhaps we can replicate it. Make another one. Pass them out to all who would defend Varisia.
Oh, yes, pass them out. We destroy the world, make it better, pass it to great power, blah, blah, blah.
No. We should incorporate it into a golem, says a older man who... Olak, you recognize this individual from the Golem Works. You met with him a long time ago over Handy. Perhaps we could encase it in a golem, have this mindless being pass ownership from soul to soul, forever protecting Varisia.
That's not how it works.
You can't corrupt.
It needs to attune to a person.
And if it's being studied, it's not being used to protect Varisia, which was the whole point of reforming the Sihedron, no?
So it must go to someone trustworthy then.
Right.
Someone who's already proven themselves, no?
And I think that the council should be deciding who.
I do not agree, says a woman who hasn't spoken up to this point. And as a few people part, you can see Sione, Fea, and Olak. You know Sabria Kalmaram, the merchant princess of the Bazaar of Sales. I believe you should decide who it goes to, as you put in the work. It is your artifact, is it not? Shouldn't you 4, be the ones to decide to whom the artifact goes? And there's a lot of... Nobody else in the council looks happy about that. There's like immediate protests.
This is something bigger than the 4 of us. We also work for the Pathfinder Society, who put us on this road to begin with. I think it's something to be discussed by everyone here.
I agree.
And I believe, says Sheila Hydemark, that Master Farabellis was correct. That someone who has proven themselves should take the Sihedron. Like these 4 here. They have proven themselves. They have fought and bled for the nation of Varisia and for Magnamar, because like the Lord Mayor was already opening his mouth, for her people, even more. First and foremost, before her politics, before her money,
Mic
they've cared
feedback
for the people.
off. Mic off.
Have they not? Master, excuse me, so many names. Master Landis. Well, Sione has done some work for us before.
Mic feedback on. Mic on.
She has. Master Imikar? No comment. Koraya. You know I'm with them. I agree completely. Thank you.
Since the person holding this can't leave Varizia, I think it would be a good idea for shifts, as it were, of who holds it. Not for a lifetime.
But amongst your... And Sheila kind of catches up to what you were saying. Oh. Perhaps once every generation we can meet and discuss this? Karaya says, kind of smirking a little bit.
Yes.
And then kind of the smile fades when everybody else is kind of like nodding. She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Garaya.
Well, so it should be up to the Sihedron Council then. And what happens if someone decides they don't wish to hand over the Sihedron? They wouldn't, Sione wouldn't do that. Nor Kyra, nor Feya. And I think it is safe to speak for Lem as well.
Not Olek.
Not Olek, I guess.
I think we can trust that Sihedron is in good hands.
You think we would have come back here with the shards if we had any intention of stealing it?
At this point, the elf who spoke before in the robe says, very well. Then convince us. Why can you be trusted to wield its power, to decide what is best for Varizia in times of danger?
Well, I don't want to, personally. It's a lot of responsibility for one person, but...
When you say that, the cleric of Abadar says, precisely the reason they should have it. They don't want it. Can you say the same? Creighton? Gyron? Actually, there's a few mumbles, but general kind of nods.
It's an enormous responsibility that none of us individually wants to bear.
Faye will agree. Like, she'll just nod her head in agreement. Like, I want to read books, man.
So we are in agreement then? Yes. Like there's not.
And whoever should hold it first, perhaps we can arrange an oath of some kind. Magically.
Actually, about that. Forgive me, I am Aramze. I don't believe we've been acquainted. Master of Spells for the Pathfinder Society from Absalom.
Oh.
My understanding of the Sihedron, based on the legend lore I have cast, is that it is a relic designed to be wielded by a group.
Oh. A group of 7?
Originally, yes, but my understanding is that any number can suffice. After all, its most recent wielder was but a single man.
So are you saying that it can easily be passed from person to person?
The details are a little vague on the specifics, but that does appear to be the case, that it is designed to be quickly and efficiently wielded by a council or a squad. That was its original purpose, before the first king decided in his wisdom that he was better than any group.
Well, I would trust any one of the people I've traveled with here to find the shards to wield it along with me.
I suppose, in the event that it is to be wielded by a group, that does make a sort of sense. I certainly feel much more comfortable with this. And she was like, you already agreed, did you not? Well, yes, but now it's far more enthusiastically. Good. So are there any other concerns? Or are we in agreement? Tomorrow afternoon, the reforging shall commence. Yes, I suppose. Though, Captain, and he turns to the man in the armor, can the City Watch still provide some protection? It would be a shame if any of Magnamar's great citizens were harmed in the process. I think whether or not they are celebrating, since our people are to be endangered by this process, they should still be protected. Yes, Lord Mayor, I will see that the City Watch is mobilized. Good, good. And I think perhaps, forgive me, Sheila, could the Pathfinders also mobilize? They are more chaotic than a City Watch and less organized, but they will be more experienced with dealing with, Sheila finishes for her, the unknown. Yes. We can absolutely take care of that. There are a great many Pathfinders in the city of Magnamar and across Varizia. I will send out some messages. Perhaps Master Zay could assist with sending some spells, and we could convince some to teleport in. Yes, I can do that. Good, thank you. I will speak with the other masters of the Pathfinder Society about this later, but I see no reason to keep our heroes any longer.
Wait a minute. Wait. Before you guys go. If any one of you were the ones that sent some assassins after me, make sure you send some more. Otherwise, it might be boring.
Assassins? Dear boy, has someone sent assassins after you?
Well, you need to send more. The first set weren't that great.
Yes, the night-scale assassins have thrived under our current government.
No.
I have done more than my share
Not
of stamping out those
What are they called again, Sione?
Red Mantis.
Yeah, those ones.
Red Mantis? In Magnamar?
Indeed.
This is serious. They don't belong here.
Well, they put up a
Would
good
it be
fight.
too much to request of you, dear boy, that you make a report with the City Watch? I would like these Red Mantis rooted out completely from Magnamar. They are dangerous and not to be trifled with.
That's too much work. Just send the assassins. That's all you need to do.
It's
I
a
might
no,
know
Luck.
a few
You should
people.
You should report it.
The merchant princess.
who?
thinks. I might be able to help you find who's been sending assassins. And looks at her. I have a little side business. Certain foreign exchanges of currency pass through some of my people. To hire the Red Mantis from Mediogolti. From where? Mediogolti Isle. It is far to the south. It's nowhere you'd have heard of, I'm sure. If someone would be hiring said assassins, they would have to send a great deal of money a very long way. And one doesn't just do that by credit. So, whoever hired your Red Mantis assassins
Well, tell them
Likely.
to hire more.
worked through my people. And at this point, the another Chilaxian human speaks up. Excuse me. Did you just say you want more assassins sent at you? That's not
Look, I gotta.
valorous. That's
I'm gonna pull out my book. I gotta
reckless.
put what I learned to good use. All right.
This is who we're trusting our future with. I
wasn't mentioned in
is
that.
a very gifted warrior, and and he has a very unusual sense of humor. Sione, perhaps you all should just like they're all kind of mumbling. Everyone's looking kind of funky at Olak.
Well, if
Yep.
the if the city won't take care of assassins, somebody should, right? let's get going.
As you're going, no, rest assured, no red mantis
Yeah, I'm leaving.
activity. Like, not to you, he's to his rich friends around him. And you guys are able to take off.
Say goodbye to Karaya before we go.
Okay, yeah,
See you
Karaya.
tomorrow.
This is a circus.
Yes.
Can't wait till this is behind us. I never thought I'd miss the company of dark elves.
I'll make sure to give pleasantries to the Scarwall lady,
Also,
but very brief.
To who?
The Scarwall, the Shawanti lady.
But you know
Oh,
Scarcrawl.
Sklar. Qua.
Scarclaw. God, I'm not
Okay.
good at.
I'll go up to.
That
I'll
is
go up to-
Ibra Demarios. You'd actually probably have seen her around before, Faya. She is the head archivist for the Founders Archive.
Yeah, I'm just saying hi. Nothing more.
Hello?
Goodbye.
Hello, goodbye.
I also want to ask Karaya before we leave, how is your father doing?
He is alive and well and keeping busy. Thanks in no small part to all of you.
The Abbey, have they found more people there, or?
A few. I understand that a cleric of Gosra has shown up. They are still reaching out to other churches. It will not be long.
Good.
Our friend from below has stayed true to his word. Surprisingly, I thought for sure I was going to have to pay a visit back down to the Groton Temple.
I was a little worried about that, but I'm glad he's kept his promise.
I still don't think Grotus belongs in that temple at all, but
It was his originally, though, wasn't it?
in the same way that perhaps Galarian was once Rovagug's, I suppose.
Perhaps.
Kraya,
Sion,
are you interested in visiting Lem? Are you around?
I would not object to visiting with him.
He is
Will
here.
he-
I'll hand
will
him a
he
little
be-
piece of paper. Hand it to her. He's at this inn if you want to see him.
Thank you. Perhaps, will he be present tomorrow?
Yes.
Perhaps we'll talk. She'll pocket that.
Mort.
Fancy meeting you here, gets in tub.
Okay. So you guys are able to depart, no problem. Is there anything else you want to do tonight?
I go back to Lem.
I just go back to the church, I think. Unless we're having a group conversation. Are we having a group conversation, or are we just going to sleep?
We know where to meet up, right? I'm gonna go tell Lem how it all went.
Okay. You know where to find me.
And also talk to him about something else.
Yeah, you do that. I'll be at the church.
Okay. All right. So, did you want to play that scene out, Ash? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's
So-
for the best.
How do they find you this evening, Lem? What are you up to?
Lem is in his room.
I knock first. As is protocol. It's me.
Come in.
Oh, come in. Are you dressed?
Yes, I'm dressed. How did it go?
It's fine.
What is fine?
We're
Did we
going
see
to
sense?
assemble it tomorrow morning. Right? Afternoon. Noon.
Mm-hmm. Afternoon.
And then the festival will be sometime later. The mayor was, as he always is, most of the council was actually on our side and quite reasonable.
I hope you yelled at them a little bit.
I didn't need to. Kyra
Sure.
did, though.
Good for her. Good for her. Well, good. I'm glad. Very glad.
Araya was there. She's on the council.
Oh.
She asked about you.
Let me guess. Something like, oh, he's not here. He's an asshole. Didn't really want to see him anyway.
No.
Hmm.
I think she misses all the talking you did.
We didn't talk that much, really.
Speaking of talking, is there something you want to tell me, but you feel like you can't?
Did you do it?
What?
Yes.
There is.
Yes.
Would you like me to help you? Tell me.
I could just tell you.
Please do.
Or she
Good
crop-
night,
like fold-
Sally.
does this
Good
and then
night.
she waits.
What?
Good night.
That's what you wanted to tell me?
Yeah.
There's nothing else?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't want to talk about it. And I would like you to leave it alone.
I'm not very good at doing that.
I know. I'm trying very hard to be civil about it. Goodbye was the best I could do.
Can I ask one more thing?
Ask anything you like. Doesn't mean I'll answer you.
Why are you collecting holy symbols?
Curiosities? Things you don't
Mic
see very
feedback
often?
off.
You
Mic
see them all
off.
the time.
Well, I really only see two all the time. These have novelty values.
Do
Well,
they?
the one anyway.
The one is of a very evil deity.
Yep.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Ponder it. Remember.
Okay. Well, if you want to talk, I've seen a lot
I
of
know.
things.
I appreciate that. It's fine.
I'm not devout like Kyra, but you know,
Yeah.
I might be a bit more now that I've died. So
What did you see?
she kind of glances back at the door.
Oh, shut it.
I was in the plane of, what do you call that, Stilly? What's the name? You're muted, you fool.
The boneyard.
I was in the boneyard. Are you familiar?
Tell me more. A little bit.
It is where souls await to be judged by Pharasma.
And there's a thing in the sky that watches it all, right?
Grotus. He
Yeah.
was there.
What was that like? was he like?
Overwhelming. Terrifying.
Did he speak to you?
Grotus?
Yeah.
No. He was just staring and watching. Obviously, I didn't see Pharasma either. Salasha spoke to me, and we left shortly after. And the way I understand it, I shouldn't remember any of that. But I do. I
Do you
don't know if once Salasha's gone, if the inevitable is going to stop hunting me.
Do you think Grotus cared?
About what? Anything?
Yeah, anything.
I think he liked destruction. At least that's what it. Well, or at the end, whatever it is. It was just a. He wasn't very expressive. It was just a skull on the moon.
Do you think maybe he has a point with all of it, though?
Other than just ending things?
Yeah. Like, we do all this stuff, and people still die, and bad things still happen, and it's all gonna end anyway.
I won't pretend to know the ins and outs of that. But I don't think just ending things just... I guess I don't know. It just... Something feels wrong about that. Does that make sense? Just ending things for no reason. It just... And do things really have an end? Don't they just continue on afterwards?
Well, I thought the whole point of Grotus was that they don't. That is the end.
I don't know if that can truly happen.
That's Kyra. She didn't know either.
Well, if Kyra doesn't know... I know I said you could ask me anything, but that's... I didn't expect that. That's pretty deep existential stuff there.
Yeah. Existential.
And existential.
Sure.
That's a word.
Kind of fidgets nervously again, like under his tunic.
Can I do
this has been...
I'm gonna do an insight check.
There's no such thing in Pathfinder.
That's my
Actually,
name!
at this point, I think I'm going to stick with the precedent you already set. That you can use your human brain for other PCs.
Can I see what he's like reaching for there?
You can make a perception check. I'll allow that.
Why are you so fidgety, you weirdo?
You haven't even noticed that he's doing it.
Yes, I have. Shut up. I regret making that check. Hey, it's okay. She'll just put her hand on yours. We're all in this together.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. We
Consider
are
you
in
family.
it together. You remember we talked about, it feels like a lifetime ago, why we're doing all this? And you went on and on about saving Varizia and Pathfinders and all that. Do you remember that?
Was that at the Lady's Light?
No, I think it was in a deep hole somewhere amidst awful things happening.
Okay. I don't remember where, but I remember the conversation. Yes.
I still think I had the right of it. Varizia is not important. It's not about that. It can't be about that. It's got to be about you, Kyra, Olak, and Thea. It's got to be about the people that you're standing beside.
It is about they are part of Erizia too.
I think that the cause is not the thing. I just hope no one forgets it after the day after tomorrow.
You mean those close to us? I think I see what you're getting at. Don't let the greater good overwhelm everything else, right?
If you even
Greater
think
good.
there's such a thing as the greater good.
A figure of speech. Don't let the overall overshadow the smaller things.
Sheila Hydemarch would not say it's a figure of speech.
Maybe not.
You should go rest. You've had a long day.
You too, seems like. I'll be in another room over.
Good night.
Good night. And I scry on them. Just kidding.
I've been waiting for it.
Oh, can I scry? I don't have a mirror, so I can't.
Okay. I was gonna say, Jesus Christ. Okay. The night goes on. The sun rises in the morning.
What? No dreams?
No dreams, no.
Wrong
This
game.
isn't that
Everything's
game.
going well.
This is the other game with no dreams.
Old men haunt us.
Actually, we're gonna do a little time skip.
We arrive at the place at the
You
time.
arrive at the Ire Span. It's immensity. Well, I mean, you can see it's right there. That's the one. Towering over the Varisian Sea. Numerous pylons stretching out beyond it. The actual shrine and such has been set pretty much as you were informed. You can see that there is a workbench at the far, like near the edge of the Ire Span, as far away from people as it's possible to be. You can see that there are like gates that have been set up, like checkpoints for the city watch, and there are crowds of people gathered at the start of the Ire Span, as soon as they started being like, yeah, no, but clear the area, get out of here. People figured out real quick what was going on. And as you guys are walking through the capital district to get onto the Ire Span, you can see that there's already there are merchant booths that have been set up. The Bazaar of Sales, run by Sabria Kelmarelm, by the way, on the Sihedron Council, has moved in its entirety up here, taking advantage of all the people who are now here. And to be fair, it's probably the City Watch's fault.
Wow, they're so good.
There's this whole lot of people,
Why
and they're
would
like,
we
"Go
ever
home,
doubt them?
go home." When you pass the fence line and are walking out into the relative quiet of the Ire Span itself, you can see that the entire Sihedron Council is gathered around the Thessalonian workbench. Haldmir Graberas looking very pleased indeed. And there's like a scribe following him around as he's like rehearsing little things to say. And no, strike that last one. That's terrible. And here they are, our heroes. As you can see, the people of Magnamar have found you out. So which one of you let it slip?
Probably you.
I punch him in the face.
It wasn't me. I look after my people.
We'll walk up to him.
Sense motive.
Hello, you must be Lem. We haven't formally met.
Sione.
Can
And-
feel
I've read your chronicles. Quite the
Have
adventure
you?
you had over in our rival city of Corvosa.
Yeah, it was really good, wasn't it? Did you like it?
I did. I found your descriptions of Castle Scarwall particularly vexing.
You know what else is really, really vexing though?
Oh, do tell.
And I'm gonna swing at his balls.
Make an unarmed strike.
Oh no.
Yeah, you have
Don't
to actually
worry,
hit him.
he's not very high level.
And you're surprise rounding him.
Kinda want to use my hero point for this.
To hit the
to
mayor
totally-
in the balls.
I don't
Totally
think it
inappropriate.
would be necessary. For what he's not wearing
Okay.
any armor.
Not a
He's
cock
Alright.
piece.
not a very dexterous man.
How do I do that? Is it just a melee attack?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Against his AC of 9.
Good thing
How do
you
you
got
have
him,
plus
bud.
13? Holy shit.
You guys are high level.
I'm so weak. I'm plus 7.
Yeah, you sock him square in the McNuggets, and he drops. He's like, "Oh!"
The McNuggets.
Sheila kind of, no. Oh no.
I'm just gonna grab
Does
one by the
anyone-
shoulder and redirect him away
does
from the
anyone
mayor.
have, some healing magic. Lord Mayor, I am
Nope.
so sorry.
God, he's a
Arrest
fool.
him.
Grab that, grab ass.
Seone's
We'll say it's
pretending
about
like she didn't see
15
it.
minutes of fuss as like people are like trying to convince the Lord Mayor not to have Lem arrested.
'Cause he is
15 minutes
holding one of the shards, so you know.
someone trying really hard to get Karaya to stop laughing. Sheila crimson faced and looking at Sione for help.
She's pretending like she didn't see it.
How'd I
Look
do
at the
all?
water today. It's so beautiful.
Mic feedback on. Mic on.
You had
Did
too
they-
much horizontal. You should have gone for a bit more vertical.
Oh, too much lift to it. I'll remember for next time.
No, don't encourage him. We don't need the mayor arresting Lem.
I should say with some satisfaction for you, there is also a point at which the scribe, should I strike that from the record? Yes, strike that from the record, you buffoon. I won't have
Strike you from the record.
history remembering me down by a... The scribe very shortly thereafter is asked to leave.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
there is a giant block of stone, though, bearing the indentation of the seven-pointed star sitting on a stout wooden stage, surrounded by a velvet rope. And the whole area is about 100 feet across, where like the Sihedron Council is gathered, and everyone further down the bridge, like there's people trying to see. There's some gnome in the crowd with like a periscope. You can see just kind of rising out of the crowd. There's a few shield guardians and golems with people sitting on their shoulders. Mostly it looks like rich people watching.
Of course it does.
As best they can. And privately to Sione, when she gets an opportunity, Sheila is going to say, I had nothing to do with them.
So what happened?
I'll tell you what happened. Izmir Odenberg is a twit. He put no thought whatsoever into the subtlety. I suspect he probably will receive a nice pension for his retirement next year from the Lord Mayor. But he had his soldiers very loudly telling everyone to depart for government business and Pathfinder business.
Can I take voice?
If something goes wrong, it's on him.
And you're gonna go ahead anyway, aren't you?
Originally, they wanted to have it done right up here. I had them move the lines down to get everyone off the Ire span entirely.
That's probably the best we're gonna get today.
We said
At this point-
something is going to happen
If something happens, there's nothing we can do about
when
it.
something happens.
When something happens, at this point, there's nothing we can do. They're already at the base of the Ire span. If something was going to hurt them down there, it was going to hurt them whether they were in their homes or not. So,
Just like that, they're just thrown away.
would you have us? What would you have us do then?
Way
Please,
to
Lem,
stand
tell
up
me.
for the people
What
of
would
your
What would you
city.
suggest? I'm all ears.
Next week, next month,
Next month, we could jeopardize them all while they're asleep in their homes instead of today.
they won't be gathered here.
They're
Yeah.
already. They would be gathered there. They're exactly where they would be.
You-
If not
you
them,
tell
it would be
yourself
passing foot traffic.
Whatever you like.
We are as far from them as we can be in this city.
Hope you sleep
I've
good
done
tonight.
more than my share. I've gone
Sure.
against my better judgment.
Aw.
And
Oh,
now,
let's just get this over and done with.
yes, I suppose fighting about it is no good. Very well.
You're gonna fight about it. Bring out some swords.
Lord Mayor, did you still want to say a few words? No, I've said quite enough. It's fine. Just get on with it. I'll go and deliver a speech when it's all done. Would you like to wait down by the crowd? Yes, that's quite a good idea. Yes, I'll wait down there. And he's gonna start kind of shooting Lem a vicious glare as he waddles away.
No, you
Um,
should probably hire someone to punch him in the nuts every now and then. He's very to the point when
I
he's...
imagine there are more, if important, endeavors we could see to. For example, protecting the rest of the people of Varizia. Could we get on with it? Or is there more chaos you'd like to wreak? And
Actually,
Canavan's
yes.
kind of like pat, pat, pat.
Can I cast some
Yes, I know.
spells?
Locke, you should have buffed on the walk up here, buddy.
I'm buffing now.
You can pick your favorite 5 buffs. But
Okay.
in the meantime,
We can?
Is that for
in the
all
meantime,
of us?
if you want, yeah. If that's what you'd be spending about 30 seconds doing, in the meantime,
Mage armor.
you can see that
Flame steed.
there are armored individuals who are kind of now keeping watch over the bridge. Sione, anyone with ranks in knowledge local would identify these as members of House Direxi. The noblesse oblige guardians of Magnamar, so to speak. Professionals. You can also see that there are some groups of, we'll call them they're obviously adventurers who are kind of nervously about at the base of the Ire span, hundreds of feet away from you, of course.
Fuck.
The 7 spellcasters of the group, Aramze, Bevalu Zimantlu, Gyron Imakar, Karaya actually is one of the spellcasters,
Oh shit.
Creighton
That's
Shane,
amazing.
Lace Nivlandis, and Toth Breacher all move around the large block. Sheila says, all right, I'm going to need you to give them the shards so that we can begin this.
Does it matter who gets what?
No, we can take positions accordingly once we have them. There is an order this must be done in. So first, the Shard of Pride. Aram, the Shard of Pride.
So we
And-
need to delete these from our inventory and remove the bonuses, right?
Yes.
Rest in peace.
As the 7 casters each hold their shards.
Yep.
First, Aram places his shard into the indentation. Let's see. Give me one moment.
Next week thing where I find it in my inventory.
Okay. First
Great.
is the shard of pride, and Sheila's like instructing them. They put down the shard of pride, and then greed, lust, gluttony, envy, wrath, and finally sloth into their appropriate spots atop the Sihedron shrine. All right, now I need each of you to touch your respective shards and channel all of your magical potential into them. And no, not all at once. First, you and again in the same order. Pride. Aram puts his hand on the shard of pride, and as he does so, both the shard and Aramze begin to expel prismatic energy. All the 7 colors of the rainbow bursting from the shard and the caster, like who seems to be in some kind of a spasm, and at Sheila calling over the sound and light rushing out from this pedestal. Now greed, lust, gluttony, and like so I'm in order, and as each does so, each shard bursts with prismatic light shooting up high into the sky, tearing through the very clouds themselves. Before the rainbow colors surge downward out of each spellcaster back into the spark, into the shard, so that it begins to spark with prismatic motes of energy. A low rumbling begins, accompanied by a higher pitched buzzing sound, as if from a cloud of bees all around this stone pedestal. As the sounds and lights intensify, they become almost too painful to look at, to listen to. Those of you with lower fortitude might even have to like clap hands over your ears or turn away from the bright lights. You can hear a ripple of unease in the crowd behind you, like 300. Actually, hang on, how far behind? I can find out. 1,000 feet, like 1,300 feet behind you, a long way back. The sound culminates in a peal of thunder through the sky as a beam of light arches straight up out of the Sihedron shrine. Think like Lord of the Rings, the giant column of light and energy just rippling. You could feel the stone beneath your feet vibrating, everything kind of tremoring around you as this arcane magic rips through the sky, probably visible all the way from Corvosa. There's a second peal of thunder. And a moment later, all of the spellcasters stagger back, panting, gasping, pale, but otherwise unharmed. The light cuts off. All is quiet. As the reforged Sihedron star rises up into the air to slowly hover a foot above the stone. And you can hear the thunderous roar of applause and triumph from behind you. It is done. That went better than I expected. And then the Ire span begins to rumble.
I have true seeing. Do I see anything?
Rest
do
in
not.
peace. We're gonna die.
Actually, Kyra, make a perception check. Maybe you
Find
do
out
see
next
something.
week on Dungeons
I don't have good
and
perception, so I doubt it.
You might. Anyone who wants is welcome to make a perception if you want.
True
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
help me here. No.
True seeing would not, no.
Perception.
Lem, you see something. Fea, you definitely, you were just so taken in by the expenditure of
Whoa!
tremendous arcane power. Is that it? Okay. Lem, you're the only one who notices a dark cloud far on the horizon to the west, as a mass of dark clouds forms over the angry sea below. The waves below the Ire span begin to pick up, and as the Ire span itself begins to rumble, we're going to end here.
No.
That's the perfect for autotune right there. No.
I suppose I should mention, you know what, I will, we'll do this we'll do a little cutscene. How about that?
Oh, okay.
As a little treat. 100 miles west of Magnamar, the ocean is torn up, waves crashing down in some immense mega storm. As first just a point of purple crystal, then numerous points, and spires of crystal rise from the ocean until there is an entire crystal island floating on the sea, and a tidal wave pushes out from it towards Magnamar. And
I
there
cast
is where we
tidal wave.
a massive tsunami. There. Now you got a little cutscene as a nice treat.
I didn't like
feedback
that.
on.
Can I
Mic
return
on.
it?
Like I saw that before.
Take it apart. Take the shard apart.
You guys want the item card, or at least a picture of the Sihedron? Maybe hang on.
want a
I don't know if I can
picture.
show you the Sihedron without the text.
You can.
I can copy it and put it in the GM notes. There we go.
Yeah.
Here's what y'all can see. Floating gently.
Ooh.
Alvin, you might have to move that a little bit.
Are the ion stones in it still?
They are.
Okay.
They have been sealed to it permanently.
Okay.
Behold the fruit of all of your labor.
And all our buffs are gone.
Can
I
you
just lost
eat it?
AC and strength.
Well, just wait. It'll, you never know. Things might get better.
That'd be a really good throwing star.
Except that it's
I bet it's
friggin'
like
huge.
a boomerang, though. Come right back to you. Just kidding.
Well, I
Shocking,
can't
yeah.
wait to show you guys what this sucker can do.
I'm excited.
Wait,
You're
is
in
it-
for a treat.
Oh, it all fused.
Cool. Good session.
But yes, so chat, thank you so much for watching tonight. I'm super friggin' excited to get into the Dead Heart of Zin next week. That will be next Monday, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can also find us on Sunday for the conclusion to the giveaway at the break on Sunday. Sunday's 5th edition game starts at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll probably take that break somewhere in the ballpark of 5 p.m. So if you want to know who wins or you want to be there
by
for
the
the
way,
drawing,
there are only 7 people entered, so
Oh,
you have
really?
a pretty high
Pretty good
chance,
chance.
Of winning if you enter. I'm just saying.
Especially if you're subbed.
Especially if you're
Mhm.
subbed.
Is that right, though? Is there really only 7? I thought yesterday there were a whole bunch.
There are only 7, I promise.
Interesting. I believe you.
Only 7 people.
Maybe it was
entered
just the
in
same
words.
people typing it multiple times. That's what
You
I'm
can
thinking
type
of.
it multiple times. It's not
Um,
going to disqualify you.
But I will say, well, do they have to be? They don't have to be there on Sunday if they win, right? We can send them a message
We
via
can
Twitch.
send
Yeah.
them a message, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if you want to find any of our past episodes or other adventures, other campaigns, you can find that on our YouTube channel, linked in chat. I'd also encourage you to check out all these lovely people in their native environments, wherever you can
Except
find them,
probably me.
linked in chat, except for Alvin and Michael. Find Michael if you need Michael, though. If you need Michael, you should find him.
If you need me, then you probably didn't need me in the first place.
If you need Alvin, you should probably see Michael, actually. So that being said, thank you so much. Take care, and we will see you next week.
Have a good
Happy
night,
New Year,
everybody.
everyone.